I do try to lighten the mood sometimes, but I'm not the best judge of other people's sense of humor. Good deeds and bad. In the end, all will be placed upon the scales. I do try to lighten the mood sometimes, but I'm not the best judge of other people's sense of humor.
Alrighty, let's go. Shucky ducky, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope we're all having a great day today. It is Wednesday, the 30th of November, 2022. Tomorrow, of course, being Spiral Abyss Thursday. But I'm not going to be streaming Genshin tomorrow. I'm actually going to be streaming Warframe tomorrow because
all will be placed upon the scales.
Warframe's having their great big update. Well, Lewis Prey is coming out tomorrow, so pretty excited to play that. We'll do Spiral Abyss on the weekend, but that's its own extra memes. Or maybe I won't even bother. Maybe I'll just do it on Discord. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out as we go. Today I wanted to do a 4-star Constellation tier list. Which is what I want to do, because I saw that Kating Mains did a 5-star Constellation tier list, and whilst I am not a theory crafter, with the possible exception of being an Aloy theory crafter, I often find that the 4-star constellations often get left out. Now I understand, like, people will probably look at that and be like, well, you can probably get 4 stars a lot faster than you can get 5 stars. That is true. But it still does cost quite a lot of Primo Gems to try and get a C6 4-star. It's either a lot of Primo Gems in a short period of time, or a lot of Primo Gems over a long period of time. Basically, you either burn through a whole bunch of Primo Gems instantly, or you burn through a whole bunch of Primo Gems as you continue to save up, which I guess is the same for everything. Point is, there's also no pity system with regards to trying to get the specific 4-star that you want. Hence, you end up with stories like, for example, how I ended up getting Ayaka twice before I got a single Sayu to try and get C6 Sayu. That was annoying. Hang on, what do I need to do for this daily? Oh, from the left side. So I figured, you know, if for nothing else, this otherwise, you know, garbage tier list, because all tier lists are garbage, will become a useful resource for anyone who is looking to play a specific character that they like, but wants to know how potentially useful their constellations are. There are certainly some constellations that are great, There are certainly some constellations that are... and there are certainly some constellations that I just look at them and I think, huh? Why? Why do you exist? So, yeah, certainly I feel like it's time that someone, anyone, does a 4-star constellation tier list. So in the meantime, I'm just going to chill with Senno for a bit before we begin doing the tier list. I've done all my battle pass shenanigans for this battle pass, which means we're really, you know, scraping the bottom of the barrel for content.
You'll get frostbite.
Quietly now. Busted. Here comes the cash.
Time to fulfill my duty.
Power of the engine fight.
It is
Committed to
time
memory.
for breakdown.
Temple of Wisdom.
Surrender! Judgment is upon you.
Ah, crap.
Guilty!
Probably should have waited until Nahida used her skill again. Ah! Just break through that shield.
Your penance is due!
Oi!
Everyone hold hands.
Okay. That was a little bit strange. Oh, I will also need to do some farming. I'm getting closer and closer to getting all of the electro flower thingos for Dory. So I'm looking forward to sorting that out.
Gotcha.
Hey! Thinking like, no shot did that not just kill it. Tag him, tag him. That'll do the trick. No! What? Ah!
Busted.
Oh, hey, hey, PB, how's it going? Yeah, when was the last time you tuned into a Kategori stream? Out of all the Kategori streams to tune into, you tune into a Genshin one?
Nowhere to run!
Oh my god, Kate now has the YouTuber meta? Well, it's more like my old microphone kind of stopped working, so I got a new one. And I figured since I'm going to get a new one, I might as well get one that can actually use an extendo arm.
Countless reasons why
So
people do think
that happened.
this world. And a
Where am I going for this one? Ah. Anyway, how's it going? PB, how's it going? I am still like trying to get used to the idea of using a... Sounds the same as your old Razer mic? Good. As long as it sounds the same or if not slightly better, I'm happy. I mean, it's actually a little... This mic is actually a little bit cheaper than the old Razer mic when I bought it. So I made up the cost by buying the extendo arm. But yeah, it certainly means that I can also like really sit back. Remember when I said I started playing Dota? Oh yeah. How are you going with that?
Everyone hold hands.
Gotcha. Busted. Game's up. Fun's over. To ashes.
Your sins weigh upon your soul. Guilty. Your penance is due.
that's that done. Oh, let's go to Mondstadt. Pretty fucking good. Just more than a month in, I've already mastered a hero like how I mastered Genji and HOTS. Okay. So who are you... Who do you play in Dota? Keep in mind, I don't know anything about Dota characters, so as soon as you say a name, I'm going to Google them.
Add Astra. Thank you for
Jakiro?
Add Astra.
Jakiro. Twin-headed dragon. I see you're desperately trying to play Deathwing in any game possible, with the possible exception of actually getting yourself a World of Warcraft subscription. And even then, you can't play Deathwing in WoW. But you can at least ride a dragon and also play Draconic Warriors, I think? Dragon... Well, they're not Draconic... I think Draconic Warriors? It's like a brand new... It's like a brand new race that was introduced in Dragonflight. Alright, let's have a look at, let's have a look at this guy. I think Primal Beast is the closest thing they have to Deathwing. Primal Beast? Gameplay-wise or look-wise? So Jakiro is a support nuker pusher disabler. Disabler as in disable buildings, or disabler as in he's got some CC.
Think about his dialogue.
He's got two heads. One head is a molten head, one head is a frozen head. First ability for Q and D. Excuse me? WT. Wait, what? Oh, legacy keys. Okay, we're not gonna worry about that. So his Q is a dual breath. Icy blast followed by a wave of fire launches out. Ooh. Slows enemies and does damage over time. Okay.
Think about his
Sounds good. You know what also... You know what happens when you combine cold and heat? You get blast. That's right. If you're a Warframe player, you know exactly how that works. Ice Path. Creates a path of ice that stuns and damages enemies that touch it. Huh. CC. Okay. Dota had some weird-ass hotkeys. Yeah, no, it looks like they've got QWER, which is like the usual hotkeys these days. Liquid Fire. Jakiro burns his enemies in an area of effect with fire added to his attack while slowing their attacks. Oh, that sounds
Luck
familiar.
can swing the results of a
We all know
single
Blast
game,
sucks ass. Yeah,
but it's bound to run out sooner or later.
Liquid Fire, that sounds vaguely familiar if you play Deathwing. Liquid Frost. Wait, hold up, what? Liquid Frost is his D. Jakiro adds frost effects to his attack, stunning enemies. Enemies hit are slow to receive a percentage of their maximum health per second. Oh wow! So he's also a tank killer. Is this meant to be like Liquid Frost is a new ability you get if you get his Aghanim Shard. I don't know what an Aghanim Shard is, but okay. Oh, so it's like an active, it's like an ability that you just normally use, right? It's not like, for example, Arthas. When you press D with Arthas and he infuses Frostmourne with Frostmourne Hungers, and then you have to do a normal attack. It's not like that, is it? Is it? I don't know. Is it like that, or is it... What the fuck does Arthas do? Arthas and HOTS. Hey, DMK, how's it going? I saw you had 184 viewers. I think it was last stream. What happened? It wasn't last stream. It was 2 streams ago. Basically, I got raided by a big Warframe streamer who had a bunch of people watching.
Scales.
I've never played him once. Okay, so basically, Arthas's trait is called Frostmourne Hungers. What happens is that he infuses his next basic attack so that it does more damage, and on top of that, it slows enemies. It slows whoever gets hit, and it also gives Arthas back a bunch of energy. So you could put a bunch of talents into Frostmourne Hungers, into his trait, to the point where you could increase the slow, I think.
Luck.
Or give it slow? I don't remember. You can increase the slow, you can make it hit twice, you can
It's bound to
make it
run out
give you
sooner
more
or later.
damage, and also or rather, it could make it do more damage and also give you more energy. It was pretty cool. And like, it also would count at, it would also like immediately reduce the cooldown of your next normal attack, your next basic attack. So you could do a basic attack, then press D, and then immediately do a big swing. You know, it's like, instead of doing bang, 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 if you timed it correctly, you could do this. Bang, bang! You know? Pa, pa! You know? Just really fast normal attacks.
Good
which is useful
deeds.
because he also had Rune Tap as a talent that he could choose, which basically meant that every 3
Yeah.
normal attacks he does, he regenerates a bunch of health.
Placed upon
So you
the
could, like,
scales.
You could sort of like make that happen a little bit faster by like timing your D. Timing your D. Also, Dota has a pretty uncanny amount of similar heroes. That's because Dota came out from Warcraft, mate. Yeah, you gotta realize that the original Dota was actually it was a custom map from Warcraft 3 that then blew up and became really, really popular. And then Blizzard completely fucked it up by not,
Luck can swing the
you know,
results
by
of a
not
single
taking
game.
by not taking
It's
the
bound
rights
to
to
run out
Dota
sooner.
and actually letting, I think it was Valve, just take the rights to Dota, and then Valve made Dota 2 and Dota 2 fucking exploded. And that's why Dota 2 continues to this day to be really, really popular. If Blizzard actually had the balls to actually make Dota their thing, because it was essentially made from their game engine, they might be in a much better place than they are now,
Good deeds.
you know? And we would have probably had HOTS like ages ago. Played Dota 2.
And
I've tried Dota 2.
all
Look,
will be
the games last
placed
way too
upon the
fucking long.
scales.
I'm not into it. Last time I played Dota 2, it was like a 50-minute game. Pretty much, I played like 3 or 4 games, each 15 minutes long. Listen, I don't have the time nor the energy to play that shit, dude. There's fucking turbo mode. Oh, that must have been a much newer thing. Am I getting 40k Dark Tide? No.
If you're injured,
I'm not really into the Warhammer games. I'm into... I keep up with the... Not keep up. I sort of vaguely peer into the Warhammer lore. But aside from that, like, nah. Nah. I don't really do much with the Warhammer games.
okay, that's what I'll make tonight.
Lieben! Give me the free shit. What an absolute king. Check out Primal Beast and rate him from a scale of 1 to 10 on how similar his is to Deathwing overall.
Dandelions? Of course they're flowers.
Alright, let's have a look at him.
Fresh fruit, only at Quinn's Fruit.
Okay, so this is Primal Beast. He doesn't look like Deathwing at all. So, Onslaught
Dandelions?
is a charge ability
Monster cat after all.
with a big... Well, okay, fair enough. That kind of is like how Deathwing works. Big charge up time, and then probably doing a bunch of damage, I guess. I don't know. Or at the very least, as a movement ability, that's pretty good. I take it if he gets hit while he's charging up, he gets interrupted.
Think about his day look.
What's this?
Dandelions?
Or...
I do try to lighten the mood sometimes, but
Okay.
I'm not the best judge of other people's sense of humor.
Okay, interesting. It's really just okay. So, and I take it like with that he can't be can he be interrupted? Probably this is disarmed for the duration of the ability. Lol. Is he uninterruptible in this? Dispellable? It's not dispellable, whatever that means.
Injured.
Fresh fruit, only at Quinn's
His charge ability is basically like Deathwing's. He can be stunned. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Luck can swing the results
Okay,
of a
what's this?
single game, but it's bound to run out sooner or later.
Uproar provides bonus damage
Think about
based
his
on
day look.
what?
Can't you give me a better
Passively provides bonus damage. Additionally, for every instance of 50 damage or more that he takes, he accumulates stacks of uproar. Oh, so the less health he has.
injured?
Wait. So the less health he has, the more stacks of uproar he can get. Okay, that's cool.
Can't you give me a better price?
basically Deathwing's passive accepted works the opposite way.
Good
Well,
deeds
Deathwing's passive is
and bad.
armor. It's armor based, isn't
In
it?
the end,
No, the
all will be
Mio.
placed upon
the
the
Mio
scales.
He takes the more damage he takes, the more uproar stacks he has. Oh, as in you use uproar, and so basically like he takes more damage while under the okay. Cool. Anyway, pulverize. Okay. Deathwing has nothing that even remotely resembles that, but okay. Basically Garrosh, except you have to
Luck
press a button to
can swing
activate
the
the armor.
results of a single game,
Right.
but it's bound to run out sooner
What's
or
this?
later.
Shard grants new ability.
Grew up together after all.
Okay. God damn!
See Barbara at the cathedral if you're injured.
Up to 3. You got up to 3 ammo for this ability? That's kind of disgusting. If you know for a fact you're going to be able to hit someone. Jesus Christ, the crowd control on this ability is pretty nasty. Scepter ability. What's it? Oh, Scepter ability. Scepter is such a weird name. Okay, Uproar. Scepter ability.
Good deeds
Upgrade. Okay.
and bad.
I'd probably say
In the end,
his first off, his overall
will
look,
be
I'd probably
placed
put him on
upon
like a 2.
scales.
He doesn't look even. He looks almost vague, not even vaguely like Deathwing. Closest he has really is the scales and the fact that he's got a big ass mouth, but that's about it. That's about it. Like, it's just his scales and his big ass mouth. That's basically it. He doesn't have great big wings. He's not walking on all. Well, he doesn't seem to be walking on all 4s for the most part. What about the tail? Yeah, what about the tail? With regards to his abilities and what they look like, I'd probably say about a 6. Some of them do resemble what Deathwing can do, but then some of them just straight up don't. And again, no wings, which means he has no abilities to fly. So, at best, a 6. So I think overall, I'd probably give him a 4. I'd rate him a 4 out of 10 on the scale of how closely does he look like Deathwing in HOTS.
Fresh fruit only at Quinn's Fruit.
He does walk on all 4s. But they're not 4 legs, are they? They're 2 arms. It's 2 great big arms and 2 legs, so... Check out his skins. Alright. Oh, we also gotta do the hyperstasis event. Alright, first off, let's go and... first off, let's go and do our... Let's go and fight. Raiden Shogun. Actually, someone was asking me like, oh, should I use Xingqiu? I use Xingqiu here. Is Nahida a good enough healer when I'm using Raiden, when I'm using Beidou and Xingqiu?
May knowledge guide you.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna put you here. And I was thinking like, yeah, of course. Surely. Now, I don't know why I'm using a... Yeah, using a Gilded Dreams Xingqiu here is kind of meaningless, but I'm not going to give him... I'm not going to give him an EOSF set. So let's just see how this turns out.
Share my knowledge. No, my sword. Ring cutter.
Fleeting shadow.
Surrender. Weak.
Roll.
Illusions are but distractions.
Body and mind.
Am I using Sack Sword? Yep, this one.
Shattered.
Commit it to memory. Make yourselves at home.
Okay, you know what? No. We're gonna try again because Xingqiu didn't get his bloody energy. Damn it, Xingqiu! Somehow he didn't get his... Well, what sack sword am I even running on him? Yeah, R5. What the hell? Okay, let's try it again. Alright. Ah! I didn't get the tag on. Oi!
This world, a fleeting shadow.
Rain outlines your fate.
Oh, bro! Is that why?
Absurd! Illusions are but distractions.
Come on, man.
Nowhere to run!
Shattered!
Let me weave you a present.
Power that ended fight! The Temple of Wisdom! Your verdict is decided.
When Dota 2 stream?
Sir.
Probably never.
Guilty! Your penance is due!
This bond is eternal.
Stay condemned!
Let's leave her a little.
No, my sword. Rain outlines your fate.
Oh yeah, now you do it.
Ruin, followed by blade. Committed to memory. Make yourselves at home.
To ashes! Perish!
Nowhere to run! Judgment is upon you! Your penance is due!
Inferior.
Go, go, go.
Guilty! You stay condemned!
I see everything. The final
Alrighty.
calamity.
Huh. We nearly screwed that up.
No, my sword.
Ruin, followed by blade. Growl, growl, growl.
Where are you?
Eternity is in my hand. Sharing my knowledge. This was unwise.
Whoa.
Rain outlines your fate. Let power that ended fight.
Your sins weigh upon your soul! Your penance is due! You stay condemned! Your penance is due!
Do it.
You stay condemned!
Committed to memory. Make yourselves at home.
Rain outlines your fate. Not good.
Let's leave her a little.
What's up? That got him.
Only emptiness awaits.
Okay. Man, I don't want to get a friggin' bow billet. I want to get a friggin' catalyst billet, man. I've been wanting to make R5 Fruit of Fulfillment to see if it's any good on Lisa, but I've only got like R1. How's Warframe these days? Warframe's been alright, you know. I've finally got a Tau forged, so that's good. And the Lewis Prey update is coming out tomorrow. So for quite a number of Warframe players, it's hype time.
You're trembling.
Lewis Prey.
Is it
Lewis
cold
Prey. Did I say
or
Lewis
just
Prime? I didn't. No,
cowardice?
that's not correct.
Ha! Body and mind. Know my sword. Witness the power of Gugwa.
Eyes on me!
Committed to memory. Sharing my knowledge.
Through me, justice is served! Your penance is due!
Oh god, why am I slowed?
Condemned! Guilty!
Zaritha's benevolence has no place for transgressors!
Time to act.
Hey, where are we?
No, my soul!
Is that another freaking lolly that they added to the game? They added the heater like in this patch, in the 3.2 patch, mate.
I see everything.
You have not kept up at all, have you?
Rain outlines your fate. Power that ended height!
Surrender! Your sins weigh upon your soul! Guilty! Your penance is due! Oh, I never asked
Nice!
for redemption!
Nice one, Seno! That actually worked really, really well for some reason. I don't even play Genshin, how do you expect me to keep up? We do have a regular Genshin chat, you know. Also, good to see the Dream Solvents just racking in. Now, I don't normally use Xingqiu with Senno. I normally use Yalan with Senno. Why?
Who's our
More damage.
target this time?
Literally, yeah, more damage. I don't really care about Xingqiu's Hydro application, I just want more damage. And Yalan does precisely that. And on top of that, Yalan being a very HP tanky character means that I can really make use of Nahida's healing via Prototype Amber, so that's of course really, really good. I can get good at Dota, but I can't get good at StarCraft. StarCraft is way more, like, mechanically demanding than Dota. See, the thing about StarCraft is not only is it demanding of just, like, general game mechanics of, you know, clicking buttons and clicking your mouse and pressing keyboard buttons, but you are maintaining and managing an entire army. With Dota and HOTS and stuff like that, you're only maintaining and managing one whole ass character. That's the difference.
Temple of Wisdom.
Gotcha! Things are about to get dicey.
To ashes! Futile! Through me, justice is served! You stay condemned! Guilty!
Okay.
I'm used to it! You stay condemned!
This may hurt a little. Sharing my knowledge.
Game's up. Fun's over. Busted.
Surrender!
Okay, in hindsight, not gonna use this team in this dungeon. Or rather, in this domain. Not gonna use this team in this domain. It is way too dank. In Dota, if you play support, you're maintaining a toxic carry. Whoa! Holy shit! Oh, we gotta roll that. Oh, we've got to roll that. Come on, surely. Surely we roll that. I might use it on Nahida. If I use that on Nahida, I'm gonna have to go back to the, Sumeru dungeon. Sumeru domain, and find some good shit, because wow, that is an aggressive, that is a hyper, this is such a hyper aggressive looking piece. And I'm gonna get rid of this, because this one just rolled into flat attack like a fucking meme. Never mind. Never mind. Dead on fucking arrival. Did I miss an entire 2 bottles of Pringle restock time lapse? Nope. I haven't actually had Pringles in quite some time. That being said though, I do need to get rid of one of these 2 bottles of water. Because there's no water in it. Alright, let's actually set up. Let's actually set up properly. Instead of, leaning back. Alright. Come on, give me something good. Pa! Jakumetsu no Toki! I really like Yaimiko C1. Just the energy refund. Just means I can use her ult so many more times, which is fantastic because I really like using her ult. Oh, damn it. Pa! Hello? There we go. I did set the stream to Genshin, right? Yep. Sweet. Oh god. Ah! At what point is there going to be a defense scaling character who actually cares about EM? All the defense scaling characters are Geo, with the exception of Xin Yan, who doesn't care about EM because she's a physical character by all definitions. Oh, what the hell? Wonder where the big one was. There we go. Okay, the main reason why you don't want to play Dota is solely because it takes too long to end one match. Well, I mean that and like... Like... I'm not really, you know... Not really, like... At the moment invested in any... Well, invest is not even the right word. I just don't want to. You know? I just don't want to. What the fuck is eh? Eh! You know, eh! Listen, there's not going to be any, like, reason that I can provide that's going to be satisfactory in any way, shape, or form to you. You're gonna want... You want me to play Dota. I don't want to play Dota. It's just too hard. It's just too much of... It's not that it's too hardcore, because I can play hardcore games if I want. But, nah. I don't like... If anything, I probably don't like Dota for the same reason I don't like... Think about the viewers. There will not be any viewers. What are you talking about? See, PB, what you gotta realize is that the most hilarious thing about playing a big game in a desperate attempt to try and get more viewers and followers is that you're not going to get any more viewers and followers. You want to know why? Because there's already going to be so many people streaming Dota that you're going to be on the bottom of the list, and who the fuck? And it's not even the bottom of the Warframe list, where you could eventually be picked up by someone who just scrolls down for about half a minute. We're talking about Dota here, where if you're at the bottom of the list, it's gonna take someone like, what, a whole hour to scroll through like the 25,000 channels that are also trying to stream Dota just to find you. It's not gonna happen, mate. That's the first thing. Second thing is, you're assuming that I actually am doing this in a desperate attempt to get more viewers. Or more followers. Yes, it would be nice for me to get more viewers or more followers, but that's not the main goal. What you've got to realize is that the main goal of my streaming is purely so that we can just hang out and chill and chat and, you know, have a good time and just burn a few hours and, you know, be mutually entertained and call it a day. That's the goal. I'm not doing this really as a business. Yes, I'm making a little bit of money on the side, but like, I work full time for a reason, mate. Oh, pretty noble morals, don't ya? What? All I know is my morals may be rather self-serving because I honestly don't have anything else to do on a Wednesday night. And playing video games by myself is kind of sad. So that's why I stream. Because I would rather have the potential of playing video games with other people. Even when I'm playing, like, single-player games, I could by streaming, I could effectively be playing with other people. Especially when I'm in self-imposed exile. You know? Especially when I'm in self-imposed exile. It gets lonely. So I rely on you guys to make sure I don't get too lonely. Okay, instead of for views, why not play for fun? I could play with you. You and your 300 ping? No thanks. But I'm not going to enjoy myself playing Dota.
Look at you!
Well, not really.
Gotcha. Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
Dawn, break forth!
Yeah, exactly. I didn't think so.
One with wind and cloud. Wind strike.
I'm a rock! Ain't having your dream.
Oh, what the hell was that?
Quietly now. Game's up. Time's over.
Any of your friends play Dota? No one comes to mind. No one at the present moment comes to mind, so probably not. I can think of like 2 people who play HOTS. I can think of like two or three people who used to play Warframe at least. But with Warframe is a little bit different. I personally actually want to play Warframe. I can think of at least 3 people who play
Let's take a moment
Genshin.
to rest and plan on.
You know, so if I wanna, so you know, there's that. Whereas like with Dota, I don't know anyone who, I don't think I know anyone really who plays Dota. And I personally don't want to play Dota. If you do have one, it's pretty uncomfortable having to be babysitted when they can play rank instead. That too. Although I probably don't even know anyone who plays ranked, let alone... Well, like, remember, I don't think I know anyone who plays Dota, let alone plays ranked. That's to start off with. But as I was saying, the main reason why I don't like Dota as opposed to HOTS is the very same reason why I don't like League as opposed to HOTS. The fucking item shop, man. Try and remember which item out of 578,421 items on a fucking shop, as well as the 28,243 permutations of each item, and the fact that you need to make one of 783,204 combinations in order to produce that one specific item that you actually need. And if you happen to not make one of the 25,784,203 combination permutations, you get flamed by everyone on the team, who then call you stupid for not making one of these 75,283,204 items. Ranked in Dota is pretty serious. Literally requires you to have at least 100 hours played in unranked before you can even begin. Yeah, I ain't about that shit. Nah, no sorry Bob. No sorry Bob. Ah, I was going to also do US military, US foreign policy versus hyperstasises. Okay, let's change the name of these. Let's change the name of these streams real quick. Because I remember, like, a couple of days ago, I was thinking, like, okay, I should really call these. I should really call, like, today's stream the only Genshin stream of this week. US foreign policy versus hyperstasis. US foreign policy versus hypostasis.
We should prepare while we can.
And the reason why I want to call it US foreign policy versus hypostasis is because we're going to use Nilu blooms against the two hypostasis.
There's so many local specialties in
It's going to be wild. Yeah. I don't know how effective it's going to be, but it's going to be wild. And I should probably change the thumbnail to actually be Nilu. Not Seno, in fact. It shouldn't be Seno, it should be Nilu. Let's see, Nilu, there you go. Oh shit.
Every course of action has its risks. Be careful.
Did you happen to like Diluc over time, or I wasn't present over the time I wasn't present in streams? Do you see the big difference between Diluc then and Diluc now? Emphasis on the word C. Do you see the big difference between Diluc then and Diluc now?
So many local specialties in Sumeru. I want to buy more.
I don't know. Bro, it's literally right there, right in front of you, man. You mean the skin? Yes! Well, okay, two things. Number one, the outfit. I think the outfit is fantastic, and now I suddenly like Diluc. Number two, I got C6 Diluc. I got C6 Diluc in it while I was trying to get, I think it was Nahida? Yeah, I got C6 Diluc while I was trying to get Nahida, so that happened. And you know what? C6 Diluc actually makes him pretty interesting to play. Not gonna lie. It actually makes him pretty interesting to play. Correct me if I'm wrong, you got C6 Diluc before... No. I got C6 Lisa ages ago, mate. I only recently got C6 Diluc. I got C6 Diluc while I was trying to get the new lolly that you were talking about. This chick, who's like very new, came out this patch. I got C6 Diluc in the process of getting her. So I lost a 50-50 trying to get Nahida. And by losing that 50-50, I got C6 Diluc. A chick? Yeah, if anything, that's even more appropriate. Because she's not a full-on bird. It's a chick.
Here comes the catch.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my...
forth! There we go. What's this? Okay, do I have enough for Dory? Or am I off by like 2? Sweet! I don't know if I should sort her out. Probably not. No, I'm not gonna sort her out today. Oh! Should I? Should I? Oof, nearly ran into a pole there. That would have been a bit awkward. Okay, let's... Oh, no, I don't need... I can just do that. Oh, does nobody have any... Wait, does nobody have any weapon enhance... To this day! To this day, we have nobody who has, like, a bonus on this stuff. I think. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but... I'll make 8 of these, whatever. Have you watched Chainsaw Man? Nah. I hear it's very popular, though. Since that's easy to get, I guess? I suppose so. But, like, for newer players, probably not. How's it going, Seed? How's it going? Alright, it's time.
Congratulations! You are now a VIP customer of the illustrious Lord Songima Bay. This entitles you to enjoy a 20% discount on all future purchases. You're also the first VIP customer ever! Huh?
Is that another lolly they added? They added this lolly in 3.0, mate. How long ago have you joined this stream? Seriously. They added Dory ages ago, mate. Okay, what kind of resources do I need? Let's see. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that, chat. Let's see. Do I need to... Let me see. In the next patch, we're gonna be getting... I think PB wasn't around for the he doesn't play Genshin, number 1. Secondly, I don't think PB is aware of the Pokemon Genshin event. I don't think PB was around when we were doing the Pokemon event. Let's see. So in the next patch, we're gonna be getting... Well, we're gonna be... The banners that are available are gonna be Scaramuccio, Farazun, Goro, Ito, possibly Yunjin is what I've heard. Possibly. But what's more likely is Rosaria. We don't know who the last 4-star is.
Oh, fine.
And then it's gonna be Raiden Shogun and then it's gonna be Raiden Shogun, Ayato, and whoever the hell is gonna be the 4-stars there. I don't really want to get Talatalas or Remembrance. Hell, I don't even want to spend anything in the first half of 3.3 to begin with. Okay. Let's do it. I'm mainly just trying to see if I actually need the, if I need the Mora, which I don't. Alright, alright! What I do need to do is sort out my... Well, I don't really need to sort out my Sack Greatsword, actually. I can just leave it at level 83, it's fine. So, my Dory now has 32,000 health.
Ta-da!
Nice, so what's her base health? 12k. 12k at level 90. Now obviously that's nothing compared to Nilu's 15k. Oh, actually, wow. So Dory at level 90 is 12k base health. Nilu at level 90 is 15k base health. Okay, cool. Lisa is only 9,000. Raiden Shogun is also 12,000. What the hell? 12. It's even more. Wait, what? Is it really because I'm running an HP cup? Is that really the reason? Let's see. I have some HP stats here. Oh, I have a bunch of HP stats here. This is an ER sand. I have... this is an HP sand. An HP cup, rather. It's like 896 HP here. I mean, it's nothing much. Wow. Okay. Genshin Pokemon event? Yeah!
Huh?
Is it still available? Yeah! The Fabulous Fungus Frenzy. Which is... Well, oh, never mind. The event has actually finished. You missed out on us capturing mushrooms. Capturing wild shrooms. Raising our wild shrooms. Becoming good friends with our wild shrooms. And then having our wild shroom friends help us out in battle. Against other people's wild shrooms. It was a tournament arc. You missed the entire thing, mate. You missed all of it. You somehow managed to miss all of it. So yes, you missed the... You missed the event, mate. I heard you were a Pokemon fan of some description. I guess not. Alright, let's have a look at how much healing... Let's have a look at, like, what kind of healing Dory can put out. Like, we won't be able to see the maximum amount of healing that she can give out at C4. But we should at least be able... I might see if I can take a bit of damage on Nahida. I'll see if I can take a bit of damage on Nahida. Because I already know for a fact that Dory at C4 can heal like 9k, no problem. Whoa, yeah! Whoa! Okay, I said I wanted to take a bit of damage, not fucking die. 12k healing.
Surrender and I'll be gentle. Come a little closer.
God damn, man.
Here's the good! The minute to memory! The Temple of Wisdom!
Let's nip that in the...
Whoops. Like I said, Dory is really, really good. Oh, crap! This was also running. I was also running Prototype Amber. What the hell? Okay. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. We gotta move on. We gotta move on. Okay, so let's do the hypostasis event. After I do the hypostasis event, we should have enough time for me to just run through 4-star constellations and do a tier list, because I want to do that. I want to do that tonight. Since I'm streaming on the main channel as well, because I'm too lazy to swap it back over to the live channel. I figured I'll also take this opportunity to, you know, do what was effectively a video idea, but I see we have to record it and then, you know, render it and do all that jazz, so we're gonna do it properly. Okay, what do we got? Increase all electro damage, keck. Increase cryo damage, keck. Increase... I'm gonna do Nilo triple dendro is what I want to do. Characters enter the avalanche state when you trigger frozen reaction. Okay. You know what? If that's the case, then I might as well, you know, play to the... Wait, hold on. Can I swap? Can I swap? I can't remember. Do I get to swap my team as I go from one to the next, or no? I don't think I do. I don't think I can. Can I? I don't think I can, so let's just do it. Nilu. This is going to be Nilu Triple Dendro. Also known as just sheer insanity. So we're going to use Dinglani, we're going to use We're gonna use you. We're going to use DMC even.
There's still a long road ahead.
We're gonna run Prototype Amber. So Healer Nahida, Nilu Triple Dendro. This is also known as US foreign policy. Bomb the shit out of everything.
With all my strength. Propagate. Spring forth. Scatter. Let's make her to live. Share my knowledge.
One with the forest. I'll uproot you. Can't see.
Okay, that's that one done. Alright, let's wait for our cool... You know what? We don't need to wait for cooldowns.
I see everything.
Oh, yeah?
Grow. The Temple of Wisdom.
I'll bury you.
I'll bury you!
You're everything.
I'll bury you in a bunch of bombs, mate.
Let's make her to live. Make yourselves at home.
Whoa.
Enshroud.
Alright. I don't know what we've got going on here.
Time to go to
Oh, these guys.
Temple of Wisdom. Scatter. Spring forth.
Can't see. Ha! I'll uproot you.
Okay, there we go. Alright, here we go. The Hydro Hyperstasis. This is precisely the reason why I wanted to go Nilu Triple Dendro.
With all my strength. Share my knowledge. Germinate. Scatter.
Let's nip that in the bud.
Bro, come on. Alright, is this going to work how I think it's going to work?
Hey.
Tag 1, tag 2, tag 3. Okay. Alright. Let's do this properly, eh? Let's fuck some shit up. American foreign policy. Ooh, you know what? When we're doing this, I think there is obviously one thing we've got to do before we start playing this. Oh, but I'm streaming on my main channel. Never mind. I was gonna play America, fuck yeah, but I'm streaming on my main channel, so we don't want to get copy striked, chat. Oh well, better luck next time. Alright. Fearless. Hey? All members will restore 60 energy and regenerate HP based on 8%. Okay, yeah, I'll take that. The healing option? Okay.
Positions. Committed to memory. The Temple of Wisdom. Propagate. Scatter.
One with the forest. I hear everything.
Oh, hello.
Share my knowledge.
Oh, who saw?
Here. Propagate. Germinate.
Enshroud. Let's nip that in the bud.
Wow.
Everyone hold hands.
1, 2, 3. Alright, let's do this. Extreme difficulty. Now, folks, with the other extreme difficulties, I could only complete them in 3 minutes. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. But I'm excited. Let's do this.
I see everything. Positions. Make yourselves at home.
One with the forest. I hear everything.
Eh.
Grow. Yeah. Share my knowledge.
What the hell is this?
Scatter.
Let's nip that in the bud.
Germinate. Make yourselves at home.
Time to pull some weeds. Enshroud. Ha! Keep up.
With all my strength. Propagate. Scatter.
Oh, no, you don't.
This may turn a little. The Temple of Wisdom. Spring forth. Positions.
Can't see. I'll uproot.
What the hell? What is this healing?
Make yourselves at home.
Oh my god. Okay, first off, we gotta kill the healing things. I'm not gonna rely on their healing. I'm just gonna straight up kill them.
With all my strength. Grow. The Temple of Wisdom.
Enshroud. Let's nip that in the bud. Ha!
Propagate. Germinate.
Can't see. Dust.
Ah!
Dust.
Let's try that again.
Here. Spring forth. Share my knowledge.
One with the forest. I hear everything. Ha!
Hey. Propagate. With all my strength.
Enshroud.
Committed to memory. The Temple of Wisdom. Ha! Germinate.
Can't see.
Don't know what the hell that was about.
Everyone hold hands. Share my knowledge. Scatter. Hey. Here.
One with the forest.
Ha! Spring forth. Grow. The Temple of Wisdom.
I'm not fit.
What? No!
Research.
Ah! Okay, come on. So... Okay, let's see.
With all my strength. Ah! This may hurt a little. Make
This?
yourself at home.
Can't see. I hear everything. Keep up. Ha! God.
Propagate. Scatter. Ha! Share my knowledge.
Oh. Oh, the healing!
Everyone hold hands.
I forgot about... Ah, crap, I forgot about the healing things. We gotta commit war crimes. We've gotta take out the medics first. Focus Morales.
One with the forest. I'll uproot you.
I see everything.
Can't see.
Okay.
Make yourselves a move. Scatter.
Let's nip that in the bud.
Hey.
Keep up.
Hey.
Keep up. Keep up.
Positions.
Do that.
I see everything. Propagate. Spring forth.
One with the forest. I'll uproot you.
Here. The Temple of Wisdom. Propagate.
Bloody hell.
Everyone hold hands. Ha! Germinate.
I hear everything.
Come on. Ah.
Make yourselves a home. Positions. Propagate.
Jesus Christ. Oh, I lost Lumine.
Oh no.
Come on.
With all my strength. Committed to memory. The Temple of Wisdom. Spring forth.
Enshroud. Keep up. I'll uproot you.
Hey.
Position.
Hey, 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 hey.
One with the forest.
Scatter. I see everything.
Keep up.
Oh. Pfft. I'm trying to grab the stupid healing thing. Okay.
Propagate. This may hurt a little. Make yourselves a home.
Enshroud. I hear everything.
Whoa.
Keep up.
With all my strength. Sharing my knowledge. Scatter. Spring forth.
Can't see. Keep up.
Everyone hold hands. Here. Committed to memory. Propagate.
Flowers haven't bloomed yet.
Okay, I don't know what that is. I don't know what happened there.
I see everything. The Temple of Wisdom. Positions. Scatter.
Enshroud.
This dance is for you. Propagate. Everyone hold hands.
actually...
I actually lost. Nahida, no!
Share my knowledge.
Ha! Germinate! Propagate!
One with the forest. I hear everything. Keep up.
Grow! The Temple of Wisdom.
Enshroud! Ha! Sa! Boom!
Spring forth!
Committed to memory.
All eyes on me!
I don't know why I did that.
One with the forest. Ha!
With all my strength.
I'll uproot you.
Share my knowledge. Position.
Propagate! Germinate!
Can't see. Sa! Ha! Sa!
I see everything. The Temple of Wisdom. Let's play through this.
One with the forest. I hear everything. Ha!
Any healing things?
Here! Scatter! Sa! Propagate!
Grow. Make yourselves at home.
Enshroud! Let's nip that in the bud. Keep up.
No healing things, right?
With all my strength. Share my knowledge.
One with the forest. I'll uproot you. Sa!
So I have a buckaroos.
Spring forth!
Everyone hold hands.
Can't see.
There we go. US foreign policy. Bomb the shit out of it. There we go. It was a bit tricky, not gonna lie, it was a bit tricky. But I managed to make it work somehow.
Huh?
Oh. Alright, the next one is going to be... same idea, US foreign policy. But... We'll do more of a standard... More of a standard Nilu
All
team.
is accounted for. Let's move out.
And by standard what I actually mean is... By standard what I actually mean is this.
For justice.
I'm gonna bring out. Of course, I'm gonna go back to using DPS Naida. This should be fun. Alright, I'll grab all of them. Thank you. Oh! Oh! Oh no, never mind. It's Dendro Cube. Whoops. Whoops! Okay, well there goes that idea. So, okay, in that case, never mind. We'll just do very straightforward standard memes. And I won't need Thingnari, I'll just use Nahida.
Well, since you asked so nicely.
Toreparu Mage. Toreparu Mage.
Emerge.
always watching. Right here, right now, emerge. Sweeten the deal. Right here, emerge.
Right here. Right now. Emerge. Alright. Hello, everyone.
Here. Let's spark things up a little. Blitz.
Pa!
Make yourselves a move. Right here, right now. Nothing lasts forever.
Normally you shouldn't be going E, chat. I know. Normally you don't need to be doing E, because that's just moronic. I know.
Emerge. Right now.
And
Try not to enjoy. I see everything. Share my knowledge. A sight to behold. Right here. Emerge.
the golden slumber.
All party members gain 500 increased attack. When you use dissonances, all party members' attack will be further increased by 50% for every area on the field that is not in a scorched state. Excuse me? What the bloody hell does that mean?
Emerge. Right now. Right here.
Oh.
Emerge.
Oh, so that's a healing zone now.
Surrender and embrace. Right here, right now. Emerge. Temple of Wisdom.
What's a pa? Well, that didn't crit. That was unfortunate.
Emerge. Right here. Nothing lasts forever. Right now. Right here. Right now.
Again, I know. Shouldn't be doing E because it's moronic. Okay. Alright, cool. Huh. Wow, that's the first time I've ever seen someone use Dory. Hey, Kazumi, how's it going? Dude. Dory is massively underappreciated, okay? So I will... so yes, I use Dory. And yes, she's awesome. And yes, I level 90'd my Dory. Of course I would. Why wouldn't I? Okay, I like the idea of accented beat. It kinda...
yeah.
Prong YouTube is raiding with a whopping 2 people. Hey Prong, how's it going? Thanks for the raid, mate. How are you and your friend? Or I guess if it's a party of 2, then... Actually, do you count as part of the 2? Either way, how are you and your friend/friends? Is that meant to be Ayato? It kind of looks like Ayato. Am I to assume that you're an Ayato main? Doing good? That's good. I'm not, just really into the emotes. Oh, fair enough.
Right here, right now. You're in for a little shock.
Okay, so we'll set that out. So there's really like no reason to sort of not sort that out.
Emerge, right here. Let's spark things. Share my knowledge. Committed to memory.
More of a Shao main? Yeah, fair enough.
Right now, emerge. Come a little closer.
Jesus Christ!
Right here, right now, right here. You? Let's play pretty little. The Temple of Wisdom.
Dory is amazing. I use her in my Eula team. with Raiden and Dory. Spam her burst on cooldown and I have 0 ER. Yeah, man.
Right now.
Try not to enjoy this.
Everyone hold hands. Emerge. Right here. Nothing lasts forever.
What's a pop?
Emerge.
No?
Right now. Right.
Oh, that counted.
You're in for a little shock.
Okay, so that happened. Whoa.
Come a little closer.
Nothing wrong with that. I still use Xin Yan even though she's considered garbage. Right. But, like, the difference, Kazumi, is that... And Xin Yan's not even garbage, let's be real here. Where people call Dory useless because... And where people say Dory is really bad and you shouldn't use her, and then completely ignore the massive strengths that Dory has. With Xin Yan, it's a little bit harder to figure out what the massive strengths of Xin Yan are. Xin Yan is more of like a very generalist character. Like Xin Yan, if anything, might actually be closer to being the Oberon of Genshin. A character, well, with the exception of like Noelle, a character who is like kind of pretty good at like a lot of things. Her shield is pretty decent. She's got actual off-field pyro application, which can be nice for like reverse melt memes. She could be played as a physical character. C2 gives her 100% crit rate on her ult, which is pretty nice. So that means you can also build her reasonably easy if you want to just build around that. The thing about Xin Yan is that, like, as far as I can tell, there's no one build that covers everything, though, so you kind of have to figure out, like, what kind of Xin Yan you want to play. Do you want to be the shield Xin Yan, in which case you build a lot of defense? Do you want to be the DPS Xin Yan, in which case you build normally?
Personally,
You know, like,
I think the idea of
Xin Yan's a little bit different. Whereas with Dory, it's like, yeah, you can play DPS Dory, but it seems pretty obvious, and it seems readily apparent that the main aim that you want to be going for in a Dory build is utility Dory, whereby you can just get some ER on her, and then you're kind of good to go, you know? Like that's the difference to me. Is that like where with Xin Yan, the main issue that I think a lot of people will have with her is that it's kind of finicky trying to figure out how to build her. Otherwise, she's pretty good. With Dory, there does appear to be a very obvious way to build her. And what's hilarious to me is that the obvious way to build her also makes her really, really good to use. But, you know, that being said though, I am personally trying to find a way to play Xin Yan that I like. And right now, I like to use Xin Yan in my Burn Loy comps. Or, fuck that, Reverse Melt Loy comps. I actually like to use Xin Yan. Because Pyro and Shield. Sign me the fuck up. Alright, let's do this.
Now, right here, emerge.
You're in for a little shock.
Right here.
Alright, let's do this.
Surrender immediate. Emerge. Right here. Commit to memory. Share my knowledge.
Come on. Pow! Okay.
Right now. Right here. Right now.
What the hell is this?
I see everything.
Oh, bro. Wah!
Emerge. Right here. Right now.
3 girls in my city? Say it ain't so.
Closer.
Say it ain't so.
Emerge. Right now. Hey. A sight to behold. Emerge. Right now. Emerge. The Temple of Wisdom. Try not to enjoy this. Here's the...
Hey.
Right here. Right now.
What? Okay, I mistimed that. Chat, I mistimed that. Let's hide user from channel. Okay, there we go. Unfortunately, it is still show. Wait. Chat box isn't broken anymore? Hey! Chat box ain't broken. Unfortunately, it's still showing. Anyway, because the thing is like if you look at if you look here, like I was using the restream chat the entire time, but you mean to tell me that chat box actually, or rather restream chat actually works now, so that's nice. I got 35k on her with 280 ER. Dory, she's cracked at what she does. Hell yeah, dude. My Dory's not even that strong. 32k. Mine's 32k, 213 ER, and that's enough. You know?
Grow. Make yourself
Like, that's enough.
Emerge. Right now. Right here. Emerge. Right now. Let's spark things. Committed to memory. Nothing lasts forever.
What the pa?
Emerge. Right now. Right here.
Oh, bro, seriously?
Right now. Emerge. Right here. Right now. The Temple of Wisdom. I'm always watching. Emerge. Right now. Right here.
Well, that didn't do so well. Oh, seriously?
Here's the goods.
Should I even bother with trying to... You know what? Fuck it then. You know what? If it's going to do that... Fuck it. I'm not going to bother with, like, trying to create those damn zones then. That's really annoying. If I'm just going to, like, crack the zones, and then it just, what? Brings them back. Oh, wow. Wow. Sack that then. I'll just do the electro damage then. What evs, bruh? What is this? Restore HP. Never mind. Okay, electro damage. Let's do it. Oh no. That's fearless. That's fearless. That's fearless. We gotta do extreme. We got to do extreme. Besides, we're gonna be doing a lot of aggravate memes anyway, so.
Right now. Emerge. Right here. Share my knowledge. Everyone hold hands. Surrender and only. Nothing lasts forever. Emerge. Right now.
You're in for a little shock.
Emerge.
Whoa.
At all? Right now.
Wait, that hit?
Right here. Emerge. This may turn a little.
I don't know why I was attacking with Nahida just then. That was very weird.
Right here. Right now.
Let's spark things up a little.
Ah! Bad timing.
Right here. Emerge. Right now. Grow. The Temple of Wisdom.
Oh, I'm
Carried away.
I mistimed that. I actually just straight up mistimed that. I was waiting for the explosion, but I used Nahida's ult a little bit too early. Alright. Alright, let's do this.
Here. Right now.
Try not to enjoy this too much.
Nothing lasts forever. Right here, right now.
Did I do?
Here's the good.
How much does Dory heal?
Right here.
A fucking lot.
I have some for
12k. Oi.
Right here. Committed to memory. Come on.
Also, hey, oh, Breezy, how's it going? Oh, run!
Right now, emerge. Right here. Magic lamp! I'm always watching. Emerge. I see everything. Let's spark.
Oh, here we go.
Now, emerge.
When it now.
Yourself a move. Here's the good. Right now, emerge.
I have some for
Nothing lasts forever. Right now, emerge. Right now.
You're in for a little shock.
This may hurt a little. Emerge.
Ow.
Right now. Right here.
You're in for a little shock.
Surrender and right now. Emerge. Warren, hey. Right now. Right here. Right now. Here's the good. A sight to behold.
That's cracked. Well,
Here. Right now.
I'm well, man. Followed you for a while because you give unique and underrated opinions on characters.
Committed to memory.
Yeah, man.
Temple of Wisdom.
Come a little closer.
Come on.
You've been a naughty boy.
Right now. Right here.
Whoa, what the hell was that damage? As in, the damage that friggin' whatchamacface is called doing.
Magic lamp.
Try not to enjoy this too much.
Emerge.
Variation's free.
Everyone hold hands.
Alright. Shim. Oh.
Right here. Nothing lasts forever. Right now, emerge.
Ah, you shit.
Here's the good.
Whoa! Ooh-yah! Jesus Christ, mate.
Right here. Right now, emerge. This may hurt a little. Make yourselves a move.
Going out is
No!
Come on out. Right now, emerge. I'm always
Okay, just kill him already, please.
right now. Right here.
Oh, is it healing from this shit? Magikayo!
Emerge. Right now. Here's the good.
Is that what's happening?
Right here.
come a little closer.
A sight to behold. Emerge. Right here.
Lewis Prey needs to emerge right now. Agreed.
So much.
What the hell was that?
I knew I should have stayed home.
surprised! Hey? I thought, hold up. Hang on, is Restream chat not working? Oh no, sorry, not Restream chat. Is chatbox not working? Hold up. Wait, wasn't I... I am so confused now. Was I not using chatbox the... Wait, was I not using the oldie chatbox the entire time?
Something on your mind again?
I'm
Let's
so
work on it
confused.
together. 2 heads are better than 1.
You had a fake text before? Yeah, I did. So... I don't know. Okay. Chat box is back. Oh, that was rough. Okay. Ah! Whoops. Yeah, anyway, as, Tala Ansari was saying, she does decent healing, but I don't have healing bonus on her, so I can't exactly say how much. Yeah. I'm running a healing bonus hat on her. Oh. I think I may have forgotten to claim these. The entire time. I may have forgotten to claim the intense scoring one. Alright. Oh, no. Right. Okay, cool. All done. Alright, we'll just grab everything. As with all events, when you're done with everything, you can very confidently grab everything. Anyway, how's it going, Shin? How's it going? Yeah, that was a... Okay, for those who are wondering, like, how much... Oh, hang on. Dory's not got any, doesn't have any energy at the present moment. Okay, for those wondering... So, I have 32,000 health. And I am running a healing bonus hat. Alright, here we go. 12k. Literally 12k. At C4, by the way. So that does make a difference. When you have C4, your... Anyone who's attached to the lantern... Oh, sorry, anyone who's attached to the lamp has a... What is it? A 50% incoming healing bonus applied to them. So that's why... So that's why, having the lamp on you while you're below half health also further increases your healing by a pretty significant amount. In summary, C4, really good. Speaking of C4, chat, something I was wanting to do. Wrong one. I have here a 4-star Constellation tier list. This is something I wanted to do today. Because, as we were seeing, C4 Dory, very strong. But what about other 4-star characters? That's the big question that I wanted to answer today. And we're going to go back and forth. We're going to go back and forth between this screen and, of course, the game. Because I cannot, for the life of me, remember all of the characters in terms of... Wait. Set by...
Okay.
Sort by characters owned. Anyway, I cannot, for the life of me, remember all of the 4-star constellations, because there's a lot of them. But we're going to go through each one, and we're going to try and remember, and we're going to try and rank them as to what they are and, you know, how they work. Now, I'm not going to take too long to try and discuss them because there's a lot of them and I don't want to spend 3 hours, or rather, I don't want to do what Kaching Mains did and spend 6 hours talking about all the 5-star constellations. So, let's begin. We'll start with Amber. Okay, we'll start with Amber at C0. Amber at C0 is really, really bad. In my opinion, Amber becomes a lot better, I think, when she gets constellations, but before you get constellations, yeah, no, Amber's not in a particularly good spot. Amber's C1. Yeah, they spent 6 hours discussing all of the 5-star constellations, mate. Okay, so Amber C1. Amber C... Oh, you can't even read this. That's hilarious. Okay, so I'm just gonna read it then. Never mind. Amber C1 fires 2 arrows per aim shot. The second arrow deals 20% of the first arrow's damage. In my opinion, I've never really noticed this being any useful at all, so I'm also going to put it in the question marks category. I don't think Amber C1 is particularly useful. Amber C2. This is the one where if you shoot Baron Bunny's foot, it detonates. So, in theory, shooting Baron Bunny's foot to make it detonate, in my opinion, is very, very good. The problem is, it's really, really hard to shoot Baron Bunny's foot when you're in the middle of some, like, even just semi-hardcore combat. I'm going to unfortunately use that to put it in the mech category. It's great in theory, but oh my god, in practice, it drives me insane. We're not going to worry about C3 and C5, chat, because that's just talent upgrades, who cares? You know? Okay, C4 Amber is getting an extra charge of the Baron Bunny. In my opinion, it's very, very good. Fuck, never mind. I'm gonna put it in universally cracked. Fight me. Getting 2 charges of the Baron Bunny, in my opinion, is fantastic. And it honestly, not only is it, like, pretty strong, I think it makes Amber just hilariously fun to play. For some reason, just being able to throw 2 bunnies and then just swap over to someone else, and you just, boom, and they all explode and does quite a lot of damage. I like it a lot. And then there is C6 Amber, where apparently it is used... so the idea of C6 Amber is when you use your ult, your party member's movement speed is increased by 15% and your attack is increased by 15% for 10 seconds. Apparently it is used quite often. Apparently the idea of having C6 Amber in a Hu Tao team is apparently pretty good. So we're going to put it in niche but great. Alright, cool. Alright, the next one is going to be C0 Barbara. In my opinion, C0 Barbara, especially for new players, is absolutely perfectly fine. We're going to leave it at the good squad. Okay, chat, we're going to leave C0 Amber in the good category. Alright, C1 Amber. Barbara regenerates 1 energy every 10 seconds. Both on and off field. So with C1, I think with C1 Barbara, you don't really notice it, and I don't really think it helps a lot with her energy regeneration that much. I mean, it's nice, but it's like energy siphon in Warframe. You barely notice it, so we're going to put it in the mech category. Okay, C2 Barbara. Decrease the cooldown of your ult by 15%. Right? Let the show begin is her ult, right? Oh no, let the show begin is a special. Never mind. Decrease the cooldown of her healing circle special theme by 15%. During the ability's duration, your active character gets 15% hydro damage bonus. So, in theory, it's pretty good. Right? And in practice, it's actually pretty good. It's just that as someone... You know, I don't really play Amber all that much, and I don't know how many people are going to use Amber in a double Hydro team, but it's good. We're not going to say it's great, but it's good. If anything, I think the main focus of it is the cooldown reduction, because holy hell, man, the cooldown of her special, especially because it's such a long duration special to begin with, is really, really long, so decreasing it by 15%, very, very good. Alright, C4 Barbs. Every opponent Barbara hits with her charge attack regenerates 1 energy. For her, a maximum of 5 energy can be regenerated in this manner for any 1 charge attack. With the exception of playing DPS Barbara, this is actually useless. So if you're playing DPS Barbara, this is fantastic. For you. But there's like 3 people who play DPS Barbara. So putting them aside, it's useless shit. You're not going to do charge attacks anyway. C6 Barbara is the one where, as long as Barbara's on your field, as long as Barbara's in your party, if one of your characters dies, they just get instantly revived. It's meh. You should not be dying when you have Barbara on the team, because Barbara can heal everyone in one foul swoop with her ult. I mean, come on. You know, just... If you're dying with Barbara on your team, that's skill issues, but C6 Barbara does fix your skill issues a little bit. Alright. The next character is going to be Beidou. Alright, so we'll first start off with C0 Beidou. I think C0 Beidou is absolutely perfectly fine. I don't think she's necessarily great, but I think she's fine, especially for new players as well. She's great. She's pretty good. Alright, C1 Beidou is the one where she gets a shield that absorbs up to 16% of Beidou's max HP. Very, very good for taser teams, so we're going to make it universally cracked. I think C1 Beidou is fantastic. Just as a defensive option alone is really, really cool. C2 Beidou is the one where her Stormbreaker's Arc Lightning can jump up to 2 more times. Obviously, it's going to be niche but great, and the niche is you have to be going up against multiple enemies, because if you're not going up against multiple enemies, C2 Beidou and in general Beidou's ult is not going to do a whole lot of damage comparatively, but otherwise it is still very, very good. Alright, C4 Beidou. Upon being attacked, Beidou's normal attacks gain an additional instance of 20% electro damage bonus for 10 seconds. Honestly, I think C4 Beidou is actually pretty good. It's just that, like, it just depends on, like, whether or not you use actual on-field DPS Beidou. If you do, then awesome. But even then, like, I think it's still pretty good. And then we have C6 Beidou, which is the electro resonance reduction when you're using your ult. Obviously, it is something that has caused a lot of people to lament because you can't use Beidou along with Raiden, so Raiden is not a thing. But you can use C6 Beidou with Senno. And reducing enemy resistance, reducing electro resistance is quite important if you're trying to do, you know, aggravate memes with Senno. So C6 Beidou, very, very good. With the exception of not being able to actually use it with A, I think C6 Beidou is universally cracked. Alright, let's move on to Benjamin. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, we'll first start off with C0 Benjamin. Obviously, Benjamin is cracked. Let's move on. C1 Benny. So, with Benny, obviously C0 Benny is cracked because he's, like, you know, the strongest healer in the fucking game. Okay, whatever. Okay, we get it. But we're going to put that aside and judge the constellations by themselves, okay? So, C1 Benny. His ult attack increase no longer has an HP restriction, and he gains an additional 20% of Bennett's base attack. Of course, C1 Benny is fucking cracked. Alright, C2 Benny. When Benny's health falls below 70%, his energy recharge is increased by 30%. I have no fucking idea if that is ever used in any active situation, but in theory, it should be pretty good. Alright, C4 Benny. Feel free to comment if you actually do this at all, by the way, chat. C4 Benny. When using a normal attack, when executing the second attack of your... Oh yeah, it's the thing where if you click while you're using your hold E, you don't get flipped. Honestly, we're putting it... Sorry, that's C3. Honestly, we're putting that in the question mark category, because who the fuck uses hold E to begin with? Sorry, that's meh. We're putting that in the question mark category, because who the fuck uses hold E to begin with, right? With the exception of maybe DPS Benny, but even then, what the fuck? And then finally we have the notorious C6 Benny. Now the thing about C6 Benny is that there are actually some niches which make it really, really good, and then of course there are some niches that ruin your account. 1010 actually made a video about C6 Benny. I do recommend it because it's actually pretty interesting and very informative on, like, the few times where you really don't want to C6 your Benny. But here's the thing, right? I get the feeling that if you C6 your Benny, you'll be fine anyway, because you might... I don't know. Okay, there's two schools of thought. I get the feeling that C6ing your Benny will not necessarily get rid of, like, the interactions that you might not be able to do with like, fucking Eula teams with the C6 Benny, for example, because I get the feeling that Murata might be a healer. If Murata's not a healer, then you just fucked it up. But but even then, look, I don't even think Eula needs Benny, honestly, because Eula does so much fucking damage that do you really need to kill the Lily and use a Benny? Obviously, if you're trying to do damage per screenshot memes, I mean, it's not going to affect her ult. Just use Sarah. Okay, let's move on. I think C6 Benny is a good choice. Alright, the next character is going to be Candace. Candace, with the release of Nahida, I think Candace is... C0 Candace is...
Assemble!
I think I think C0 Candace went from question marks to but yeah, like it's still a little bit difficult for me to figure out a way to use Candace. Of course, using Candace in the form of an Ayatol buffer could be pretty good. Alright, C1 Candace. Increase the duration of her ult by 3 seconds. I think this is actually good. Like, it's just straight up good. Because you want to, in my opinion, you want to use her ult as much as you can. And so increasing the duration of her ult, very, very good. C2 Candace. When your ult's thing... Wait. What's this? Harem's Sanctum. So that's her special. When your special hits opponents, Candace's max HP will be increased by 20% for 15 seconds. I think this actually fits alongside her ult, so that should make it pretty good. In the sense that, like, if her HP increases by 20%, then the amount of damage percentage that she provides via her ult should be really, really good as well. C4 Candace basically makes the hold cooldown and the tap cooldown the same. That, of course, will make it pretty good. And then C6 Candace, when you do elemental damage using your normal attacks, an attack wave will be unleashed that deals AoE Hydro damage equal to 15% of Candace's max HP, can trigger once every 2.3 seconds as considered elemental burst damage. Without having used it before, I would probably say it's niche but great. I don't know, it might even be universally cracked for all I know. But I've never used it because I don't have C6 Candace yet. I would like to get C6 Candace, that would be pretty cool. But until then, like, I haven't heard anyone talk about it in any major, great sort of, in any like major capacity. So I don't really know for sure, but I think it should be pretty good. Alright, let's talk about Chongyun. So, C0 Chongyun. Alright, C0 Chongyun is... meh. Like, he's not terrible. He can be used in, like, hilarious Deluxe Shenanigans, but it is what it is. C1 Chongyun. The last attack of Chongyun's normal attack combo releases 3 Ice Blades. Each blade deals 50% of Chongyun's attack as cryo damage to all opponents in its path. Who the fuck is using on-field DPS Chongyun? If you're a Chongyun main, then it should be good for you, but there's like 12 Chongyun mains total. Okay, C2 Chongyun. Elemental skills and bursts cast have their cooldowns decreased by 15%. I think this is actually pretty good. C4 Chongyun. Chongyun regenerates 1 energy every time he hits an opponent affected by cryo. This effect can occur once every 2 seconds. It should be good, I want to say. It should be good, but not, like, amazing. And then C6 Chongyun, that's your ult, right? Yeah. Your ult deals 50% more damage to opponents with a lower percentage of their max HP remaining than Chongyun. This skill will also summon an additional Spirit Blade. I think the main thing to focus on is the additional Spirit Blade, which is probably useful. It's probably niche but great, but like outside of that, I wouldn't say it's universally cracked. Alright, C0 Collei. Meh. Just in general, Collei is like pretty tricky character to use in my opinion. She's probably better with her constellations, but honestly, I haven't really noticed a whole lot. That being said, I don't have all of her constellations yet, so maybe I'm wrong. Alright, C1 Collei. Basically, her ER is increased when she's off-field. I mean, yeah, I guess, but like the thing is, her ult is kind of weird because the Dendro application from her ult is not particularly fantastic. If anything, you want to be using her special a lot more than you want to be using her ult. So, meh. Meh. C2 is kind of hilarious. The Floral Ring will also get the Sprout effect. Deals 40% of Collei's attack as Dendro damage to nearby opponents. I want to say this is actually good, but I'm not 100% sure myself. C4 Collei, when you use your ultimate, it will increase all nearby characters' EM by 60 for 12 seconds. Yeah, that should be pretty... That's nice. 60 EM. 60 EM is 60 EM. I mean, like, considering that you have, like, Sucrose and Nahida who can provide, like, way more than that. For a Constellation, I'd probably put it in the meh category. And then C6 Collei, when the Floral Ring hits, it will create a miniature colored amber that deals even more of Collei's attack as Dendro damage. Essentially, more Dendro application. I'd probably say C6 Collei is good, but that's about it. Alright, the next character is going to be... Oh, Diona. Diona at C0 is... Diona at C0. I mean, Diona at C0 is fine, honestly. She's not amazing, but she's not amazing, but she's not bad either. Alright, where's Diona? There you go. Okay, let's do this. C1 Diona regenerates 15 energy for Diona after her ult is done. Is pretty good. Like it's not like amazing or anything, but it's pretty good. Yeah. C2 Diona. What is this? Increase your icy paw damage by 50%. Who the fuck cares? Additionally, when icy paws hit their targets, creates a shield for other nearby characters. Oh, it's the one where you can basically use it. You can basically use Diona in co-op. It's pretty good. But outside of that, like it's single target in single player combat. Okay, if in single player combat, it's like just what the fuck is this? It's actually like fucking useless. Oh no, never mind. It's meh. It increases shield damage absorption by 15%, which is, I mean, it's got like a bunch of shit that's just completely useless. Okay, C4 Diona. Unless you're playing DPS Diona, it's question marks all day, every day. It's the one where basically when you're in your ult, you can fire your arrows faster. Why is that a thing? Alright, C6 Diona is the one where you get bonus incoming healing if your HP is below the 50%. Keep in mind, I think this is actually lower than Dory's, because I'm pretty sure C4 Dory is 50% below when you're below half health. Yeah, C4 Dory actually provides more healing at below half health compared to C6 Diona, which is kind of hilarious. But the main thing about C6 Diona that really matters is the fact that when you have more than half your health, you get 200 EM, which is massive, and I would say that C6 Diona is universally cracked. Okay. So that's C6 Diona. Alright, the next one is going to be Dory. Alright, so C0 Dory is... Okay, I'm going to be real here. C0 Dory is a bit meh. Honestly. Like, I like Dory, but like at C0, she can still be a bit meh. She can still be used quite well. But yeah, like comparatively to like a lot of other healers, yeah, she's still meh, but she does have her strengths. I did say like, yeah, she does have her strengths, and she definitely does, okay? Now, C1 Dory is actually good. So the way even though it's technically a DPS constellation, C1 Dory is actually good because it allows you to get one more hit in for Fav Greatsword or Sack Greatsword, which basically means that your crit rate on Dory doesn't necessarily even need to be that high. C2 Dory is question marks unless you're playing DPS Dory. Okay, yeah, like seriously, like there's no real reason to use C2 Dory in utility-based shenanigans, which is really what Dory is for. C4 Dory is universally cracked, and I've already demonstrated that many times. Essentially, her healing is absolutely massive, and on top of that, the 30% additional ER that you get when you don't have your when you have less than half your ult back is a really big deal, provided you're not using like some sort of EOSF build. Like for example, if you're not playing A, or if you're not playing Yelan, for example, then. And even if you are playing A or Yelan, it actually makes a big difference. Well, maybe not for A, but it definitely makes a big difference also for Yelan. To the point where, like, I could use Dory and Yelan in the same team, drop Dory's lamp, go to Yelan, use her ult, use 2 E's, use her ult, and by the time she's grabbed the particles from her 2 E's, she's almost got her ult back, which is, like, just fantastic. So, yeah, C4 Dory, universally cracked. C6 Dory... niche, but great. I think it's going to be pretty good, but I wouldn't say it's universally cracked. You don't necessarily need to go for C6 Dory if you don't want to. But if you want to play Dory, I highly recommend getting C4, because it's ridiculous. Alright, C0 Official is niche but great, because Dendro memes. C1 Official. What the hell are you... Okay, I can't remember what C1 Official is. Where are we? Alright, C1 Fischl is the one where if Fischl performs a normal attack, Oz will join in. Unless you're doing on-field DPS official, this is just like question marks all the way. You're not going to use it. C2 official. When Knight Rider is used, it deals an additional 200% attack as damage and its AoE is increased by 50%. C2 official. Also question marks, because for the most part, most people are going to use Knight Rider, which is her ult. Sorry, Knight Rider. Wait, is Knight Rider her ult or is Knight Rider her... Oh no, Knight Rider is her special. But even then, like... Wait, hold on. It deals an additional 200% attack as damage. Hang on. Hang on. Devourer of all sins. How does this work? Is this supposed to be a AoE increase? Wait, I think it just increases the AoE of her activation, right? It's not an increase of... It's not an increase of the damage as it's going pew pew pew. It's just the increase of her damage. Right? Can't even find it. Oh, here we go. When Knight Rider is used, it deals an additional 200% attack as damage. I think it's just the fact that when it's activated. So, I don't think anyone... Like, I don't think that is even remotely relevant. Okay, C4 official. When Midnight Phantasmagoria is used, she can also heal, except nobody really sticks around for her to get the heal off. C4 official is question marks. Like almost nobody uses it. C6 official extends the duration of Oz by 2 seconds. Also, when your active character is present, it will deal an additional joint attack. Because Dendro memes, C6 official is... I don't know if it's universally cracked. Let's go with niche but great. And the niche is Dendro memes. And when you're doing Dendro memes, when you're doing aggravate memes with C6 official, it's brutal. So yeah, C6 official pretty good in Dendro memes. Alright, the next one is Goro. So, in my opinion, C0 Goro, which is what I have, is just good. Like, he's already pretty good. Okay? Now, with C1 Goro, what does he do? Where are you? C1 Goro. Okay. C1 Goro. When characters are in his banner, and they do geo damage, the cooldown of Goro's ultimate, or... No, the cooldown of Goro's... Is that his special? Is decreased by 2 seconds. Yeah, the cooldown of Goro's special is decreased by 2 seconds every 10 seconds. Honestly, even now, I almost never feel the need... I almost never need that, so I'm going to say that C1 Goro, completely useless. C2 Goro. When his ult is in effect, his duration is extended by 1 second when a nearby character obtains an elemental shard. Could be useful. I don't think... but, like, I don't know. I honestly, I don't think there are any, like, uptime problems with even C0 Goro, but I'm going to say C2 Goro is probably pretty good. C4 Goro basically makes him be able to heal. I would probably say that it's still good. And then C6 Goro is basically like C6 Sarah, except a little bit less crit damage. But the main thing as well is that... No, it's just crit damage. So the crit damage of your geo damage is increased by 40% when you have three geo characters on the team. And generally speaking, you probably will have 3 geo characters on the team, and that just makes C6 Goro really, really good. Obviously, the niche being you have to be playing geo. Alright, let's talk about Shikanoin Hazel. So C0 Shikanoin Hazel is actually pretty decent for the most part. I think he's actually pretty fun as well, so I'm going to leave him in the good category. C1 Shikanoin Hazel, his normal attack speed is increased by 15% for 5 seconds when he takes the field. Also, he gets 1 declension stack. I mean, that just makes it more fun, so I'm going to say it's I'm going to leave it as good, because it's not like amazing, but it's going to make him a little bit more fun. C2 Shikanoin Hazel, the pull effect of his wind tunnel is enhanced. Honestly, I don't notice this at all. Maybe it's pretty good, but I honestly think it's pretty meh. At least in my experience. C4 Hazel. First, Iris Explosion will regenerate 9 elemental energy, and then you get even more energy when you trigger even more Wind Master Shenanigans. It's probably pretty good. But, like, you know, Just depends on like what kind of energy problems you have, but it's probably pretty good. And then C6 Shigenon Hazel is just basically crit value. Depending on crit value for your Heartstopper strike, which is your E. So it's not, you know, crit value for your normal attacks, which might be where the real fun is, but it's crit value for the one punch. I want to put it in the universally cracked. I want to put it in universally cracked, but I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it is universally cracked, but I'm gonna say it's niche but great. Like, it's just very... It does seem like it's very, very good. Because just crit value in general is going to be useful. Especially because he is a DPS character for the most part. Alright, the next one is going to be... Okay, Kaya. Oh god, I don't really know that much about Kaya. C0 Kaya, in my opinion, and this is also one of the reasons why I barely ever use him, question marks. Honestly, I don't really care to use Kaya at all, and he's not been impressive to me in the slightest. C1 Kaya, the crit rate of Kaya's normal and charge attacks against cryo enemies increased by 15%. I'm sure that's great. I'm sure that's great. Hell, that might even be universally cracked for freeze teams. Actually, no. We're gonna make it niche but great. I'm sure C1 Kaya is fantastic for freeze teams. C2 Kaya, every time his ult defeats an opponent, it increases this duration. So, I don't know how often you actually defeat an opponent using his ult. And by that I mean I don't think that ever happens, so we're going to put it in the meh category. Kaya mains, feel free to let me know if that's not the case. C4 Kaya is the shield. Lol. It's... Unless you're playing tank Kaya, we're going to put it in the meh category. C6 Kaya is C6 Kaya an additional icicle and you also regenerate 15 energy upon cast. I hear it's actually pretty good. Not here. I hear C6 Kaya is actually pretty good. Alright, the next one is gonna be what the fuck? It's just nothing but 5 stars. Alright, Sada. Okay, in my opinion. Okay, you know what? Okay. I'm going to just put... Will it make a difference? No, it's not going to make a difference. Okay. So, C0 Sara. In my opinion, C0 Sara is already like... Oh, no, we're going to say good, because there are some things that are annoying when you have C0 Sara. C0 Sara. C1... What's C1 Sara again? Fuck. What's C1 Sara again? Cooldown of your ult is decreased by 1 second. Okay, C1 Sara we're going to put in the meh category. Honestly, I don't think it makes that big of a difference. C2 Sara, on the other hand, just for the reason that it actually makes Sara so much easier to use, universally cracked. C4 Sara is the one where Sara's ult does a whole lot of extra damage. I'm going to put it in the niche but great category because it does do you do end up doing a lot of extra damage. And then of course we have C6 Sara, which is like the pinnacle of niche but great. Yeah, the pinnacle of niche but great is C6 Sara. In a similar fashion to how C4 Goro, C6 Goro rather, is niche but great. Alright, C0 Kuki Shinobu. Thanks to Dendro memes, apparently she's pretty good. I don't even know what Kuki's constellations really do for the most part, but this is going to be a long YouTube video, isn't it? No, I'm streaming on the main YouTube channel because I CBF to actually render it out as a YouTube video. Where is the Kuki Shinobu? That's why I'm just trying, but I'm also just trying to like rush through it. Oh god, okay, I really don't know that much about her ult. Her ult's AoE is increased by 50%. Okay, this is probably gonna be the most contentious one I do. Because I honestly don't think Kuki is that good. Like, people are like yelling and screaming about, oh my god, Kuki's so good, Kuki's so good. But in my opinion, Okay, Kuki C2 though, increased to increased duration of. Can't wait to review C6 Aloy. Aloy's a 5-star, not a 4-star though. Okay, C2 Kuki Shinobu. Her healing duration is increased by 3 seconds. Great. Great. That's an easy good. C4 Kuki Shinobu. When normal attacks yada yada are affected by her grass ring of sanctification, the fuck, hit opponents, something will land, deal AoE electro damage based on 9% of her max HP. I mean, I guess it's just more aggravate damage, so that's nice-ish, but like, I feel like we're going to put it in the meh category. And then the idea with C6 Kuki is that when she takes lethal damage, she doesn't actually die, so she gets the C6 Hu Tao effect, almost. And when she has less than 25% health, she will also get 150 EM for 15 seconds, which can be sort of nice, but like, generally speaking, like, we're going to leave it in the good category. I think it's good, but I don't think it's that great. At least from what I've heard. I could be completely wrong with Kuki though. Alright, Layla is way too new. I'm not going to review her constellations at all because she's way too new. Feel free to let me know in the comments what you think. Alright, let's go with C0 Lisa. Alright, I think, okay, C0 Lisa is good, but not amazing, because obviously there are things that are really annoying when you use C0 Lisa. For example, you do get interrupted left, right, and center. That is 100% true. C1 Lisa used to be universally cracked, but then it got nerfed. So I would still say that it's good. It's still good. If you hit 5 enemies with C1 Lisa, you get a lot of energy back, and it's fantastic. C2 Lisa is the one where your interruption you actually get some interrupt resist, which is really, really good. And then you also get a little bit tankier when you're charging up your special, which is pretty important. So I would say it's pretty good. C4 Lisa, on the other hand, universally cracked. It is an absurdly strong constellation that not only means that your lantern does almost 3 times as much, almost 3 times the damage, but on top of that, you can actually use C4 Lisa's lantern as like a really, really easy off-field hyperbloom driver. Yeah, C4 Lisa is fantastic, and C6 Lisa obviously is like, it's basically the ultimate in nuke Lisa. C6 Lisa is cracked. It's absurd. Alright, let's move on to C0 Ningguang. I think C0 Ningguang is niche but awesome. I think C0 Ningguang is niche but great. Now C1 Ningguang, I'm trying to remember what C1 Ningguang is. Where are you? C1 Ningguang. Oh, it's the normal attacks do AoE damage thing. Ironically enough, it's fixing something that Ningguang doesn't actually have, that all the other mages have, which just basically makes it good. It's not amazing, it's not bad, but it turns out that a lot of the mages also have AoE normal attacks, but Ningguang doesn't for some reason. C1 basically fixes that, which is kind of hilarious. Alright. C2 Ningguang is the one where you get a cooldown reset if your Jade screen shatters, which is basically your special, so you can use your special twice, and it's very, very good for... Oh my god, that was Genshin sounds? I thought that was the man in the... Yeah. So C2 Ningguang basically allows you to get resets on your special, which is actually pretty important, not only because you do extra damage by using your special twice, but also because it fits into the C6 Ningguang combo. So... yeah, it's... C2 Ningguang is just really, really good, in my opinion. Now, C4 Ningguang increases your elemental resistance by 10%. I don't know. I don't know when the hell that's actually going to be useful at all. C4 Ningguang, what the hell is that? C6 Ningguang, on the other hand, is Missile Barrage. C6 Ningguang is universally cracked. I'm not going to hear a word against that. C6 Ningguang is absurd. Okay? C6 Ningguang is absurd. Alright, let's move on to... Noelle. C0 Noelle. Now, in my opinion, C0 Noelle, because of what she can do, is already, like, Missile Barrage is only available at C6. So the idea is that, like, you can already do a Missile Barrage with your ult, but C6 is double... Oh, sorry. Yeah, maybe I should say that correctly. You can do a Missile Barrage at C6... Oh, sorry, at C0 with her ult, and her ult only. But with C6, you can also use your charge attack immediately after you use your ult, so it's double missile barrage. It's just so many rockets everywhere. It's just so many rocks everywhere. It's fantastic. Alright, C0 Noelle. I think C0 Noelle is borderline universally cracked. Especially for new players, she does like almost everything. Granted, her damage is not super duper high, but she can do some damage. At C0, I think she's already like one of the greatest characters that exist, especially for new players. Now, she only gets better at C with constellations, but we're going to obviously look at each constellation just by itself. C1, when you use your ult, your healing chance is increased to 100%. Basically, it means that you will always heal. C1 Noelle is pretty good. C1 Noelle is pretty good. C2 Noelle decreases the stamina consumption of your charge attacks and increases your damage of your charge attacks. It basically means that playing Spin to Win Noelle is pretty good. The thing about that, though, is that it turns out that if you want to do as much damage as you can while playing Noelle, if you're not using Red Horn, Spin to Win Noelle, not particularly useful. So we're going to leave it in the meh category. My bias, obviously, is that this is a really good constellation, but that's because I have Red Horn Stone Thresher. If you don't have Red Horn Stone Thresher, yeah, I'm sorry, C2 Noelle, not particularly amazing. It's not going to really affect your gameplay in any way, shape, or form. C4 Noelle. When your shield expires, it explodes and does a whole lot of damage. It's actually kind of nuts. We're going to put C4 Noelle in the good category. It's not amazing, and I wouldn't play towards it, but I mean, you can build towards it, because if you build towards a DPS Noelle, you're ultimately going to build towards your shield that explodes and does a whole lot of damage. It's pretty cool. And then, of course, comes C6 Noelle. C6 Noelle is the very reason why I don't want to get Ito like ever. In my opinion, C6 Noelle makes her universally cracked. Like, she's so strong! She heals, she's a tank, she does a ton of damage. I mean, come on. I love Noelle. I love her so much. She's awesome. She's a fantastic character. Alright, let's move on to Razor. Okay, I'm going to say that Razor at C0, this is a controversial statement. I think Razor at C0 is niche but great, and specifically that niche is Thundering Fury. But I don't think Thundering Fury is going to be affected a whole lot by by his constellations. He says. I don't think Razor is going to be affected by his constellations that much with regards to Thundering Fury. That being said, C1 Thundering Fury, C1 Razor, picking up an orb increases his damage by 10% for 8 seconds. I'm almost tempted to put it in the question marks category. I don't know how. I don't even think that's terribly useful. It's nice, but whatever. C2, you know what? I'm going to put it in the meh category, because I think C2 Razor is in the question marks category, because the idea is that you increase your crit rate against opponents with less than 30% health by 10%. I don't think that's... I mean... yeah, sure, it's 10% crit rate, but like, when they're nearly dead anyway... I suppose it could be useful against bosses, but like... C4 Razor. Which one's this one? Oh, it's the defense decreased by 15% for 7 seconds. Okay, yeah, you could essentially achieve that with Lisa, but if you don't want to play Lisa, I'd say that C4 Razor is niche, but pretty good. Yeah. And then C6 Razor, your next attack is going to release a lightning that does additional 100% of Razor's attack as electro damage, and all that jazz. I would assume that it's really, really good for aggro Razor. Hey, Gasty, how's it going? I would assume C6 Razor is pretty good for aggro Razor, so I'm going to put it in the niche but great category. I don't think it's universally cracked, but I would still say it's, like, pretty good. Alright, the next 4-star is going to be Rosaria. A character that I can talk about to some extent. Alright, C0 Rosaria I already think is universally cracked, because of the fact that she can provide crit rate to your entire team. Hey, Raiderates, how's it going? So yeah, I don't need to say any more than that. C0 Rosaria is just absurd. Just as a C0 character, I think she's already absurd. Alright, C1 Rosaria. When you do a critical hit, your normal attack speed is increased by 10% and your normal attack damage is increased by a bunch. with the exception of playing on-field Rosaria, obviously you're not going to use it. So we're going to leave it in the question marks category, okay? I'm going to leave C1 Rosaria in the what the hell is this Constellation category. If you're not playing... And I don't think... Like, most people are not going to be playing on-field Rosaria. If you are playing on-field Rosaria, it's great. But aside from that, no. C2 Rosaria, the duration of your ult is increased by 4 seconds. Is awesome. Okay? And the reason why it's awesome is that it also increases the duration with... I think it increases... No, it doesn't increase the duration with which your... hang on. It doesn't increase the duration with which your crit rate is increased, right? No, it doesn't increase the duration with which your crit rate is increased, but it will increase the duration with which your the enemies might get some physical damage resistance shred. And on top of that, it's just more cryo application. So, woo! Got the last arcane I needed for a new core heat build. How am I? I'm doing alright, thanks for asking. My throat's getting sore from all this yammering on, so I better keep going. Alright, C3, C3, no. C4 Rosaria, what the hell is that one again? Oh, she gets energy. Yeah, C4 Rosaria is good. It just basically means you can get your ult back faster, and honestly, it's actually pretty good. As someone who's actually used it a lot, it's pretty good. And then C6 Rosaria is, by definition, niche but great because it's literally physical damage resistance shred. We don't have that many instances of physical damage resistance shred. There's like Xin Yan and there's Zhongli. Rosaria being able to provide that as well is just really, really good. And then on top of that, you could potentially use on-field Rosaria with C6 Rosaria and do quite a decent amount of damage. So that's an option, but yeah. C6 Rosaria I think is actually pretty good. Alright, the next 4-star we're looking at is going to be Sayu. C0 Sayu, in my opinion, is very, very meh. Very, very meh. If not question marks. Okay, when I had C0 Sayu, honestly... One sec, everyone. Alright, let's continue. So C1 Sayu. The idea is that her ult will basically ignore HP limits and can simultaneously attack and heal characters. Honestly, I don't think it makes that big of a difference. I haven't really noticed it make a huge difference, so I'm going to put C1 Sayu on the meh side. C2 Sayu, basically her dash will do extra damage, and the final kick of her dash is going to do even more extra damage as well. But generally speaking, you probably won't be rolling that much, and even then, you're not. I don't know. I don't know how many people are actually using her dash to do damage. Honestly, we're putting it in the question marks category. Doesn't increase her healing. Doesn't do a whole lot of extra stuff like that. C4 Sayu, on the other hand, it's a bit weak. It says that like it's basically every time you trigger a swirl, you get 1.2 energy back. I don't think this works off field though. And honestly, I don't think it's enough energy. It doesn't make that big of a difference in my experience, so I'm going to leave it in the meh category. And then we have C6 Sayu, which basically means that you can build full EM and do a whole bunch of swirl damage. It's probably niche but great. The idea being that you could do a whole bunch of swirl damage, and then you could also like maintain your healing. So that's probably pretty good. Alright, the next one is going to be... C0 Sucrose. C0 Sucrose is Sucrose in general is already one of the strongest characters in the game. If I don't put her as universally cracked, what the hell's going on, right? And then we're going to have... Where are we? C1 Sucrose, which is basically gain an additional charge of her E. Which is actually pretty good. Where did you put C2 Beidou? The shield? C2 Beidou. Niche but great. C2 Beidou I think is niche but great. What is C2 Beidou again? It's the shield, right? Oh no, it's the jumping one, and the lightning jump. And the reason why I'm just saying like the niche is that you have to go up against multiple enemies. That's it. But it is like borderline universally cracked, yeah. Okay, let's continue with Sucrose. Alright, C1 Sucrose is pretty good. Where did I put C1 Sucrose? No, I'm gonna say it's pretty good because it's not niche. It is universally pretty good, right? C2 Sucrose increases your butterfly by 2 seconds. Okay, I really wanted this to be really, really good because I was hoping that it would also be really, really useful with C6 Sucrose. Honestly, I think it's kinda shit. 2 seconds, in my opinion, is not even remotely enough. I think a butterfly needs a bigger duration buff, in my opinion. Like, it's just not enough. It's just not enough. 2 seconds on C2 to bring it from what? Like 6 to 8? Or like 8 to 10 or something crazy like that? What's the duration? 6 to 8. Yeah, it goes from 6 to 8. It's not enough. It's just not enough. C4 Sucrose is good for on-field Sucrose, except... on-field Sucrose, which basically means it's good specifically with taser teams. So I'm going to put it in the niche but great thing. It's the one where your cooldown of your E, your cooldown of your special is going to reduce by 1 to 7, either 1 to 7 seconds for every 7 normal charge attack hits she scores against opponents. I mean, it's a bit finicky and it's a bit RNG, but it's probably useful when you're playing taser teams. So yeah, it is what it is. And then C6 Sucrose, in theory, should be good, but holy crap, it's so annoying to make it work. We're going to put it in the question marks category. Okay, this is a very controversial statement. I think C6 Sucrose unironically sucks because it's way too much of a meme. It's way too dank to actually make it work. Especially with the specific element that you wanted to infuse with, it's way too dank. Okay? It's way too dank. Okay, so that's Sucrose. Let's move on to C0 Toma. C0 Toma, because of Dendro memes, C0 Toma is probably pretty good. Now, we have had a look at Toma's constellations recently. But I cannot remember them off the top of my head, so let's just go through them. C1 Toma, when you're protected by a barrier and you're attacked while you're protected by the barrier, his cooldown is decreased by 3 seconds. And his ult cooldown is decreased by 3 seconds, but they can only happen once every 20 seconds. If it wasn't for the once every 20 seconds stipulation, this would be pretty good. Otherwise, I'm putting it in the question marks category. The fact that it only happened once every 20 seconds, when it's a shield, and you're supposed to be hit by a shield, like, the hell is that? What kind of crazy ass meme buggery is this? C2 Toma, your ult duration is increased by 3 seconds. Great! You know, that's pretty good. I realize I shouldn't be screaming because otherwise I would be losing my voice even faster. C2 Toma. Yeah, it's pretty good. Alright, C4 Toma. After you use your ult, 15 energy is restored to Toma, which basically means it's even faster for you to use your ult again. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. In my experience of in my relatively small amount of experience, in my not so high amount of experience of using Toma, C6 Toma even in Burnloy, I actually find C4 Toma to be a pretty good constellation to have. And then we have C6 Toma. When you use your shield, when you use your shield in any way, shape, or form, the damage dealt by your party members' normal charge and plunging attacks will be increased by 15% for 6 seconds. In my opinion, it can only be good because it's only lasted for 6 seconds. I wish it lasted for longer. We're gonna leave it in the good category. C1 Aloy, yeah. I don't know. I don't know why. I guess they just did it so that it all lines up nicely, because otherwise, if there was just a C0 Aloy and that's it, all of the rows would probably all fucked up. So they probably didn't want to do that. So they was like, okay, fuck it. We're just gonna leave C0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Aloy. Whatever. But yeah, there is no such thing as C1 Aloy. That's just my copium, okay? 5 star, 5 star, 5 star. Okay, Xiangling, obviously one of the strongest characters in the game. C0 Xiangling in and of herself is already universally cracked. It is what it is. Okay. C1 Xiangling. What's C1 Xiangling again? Is that the one where her normal attacks will cause someone to explode and get a pyro proc? Oh no. Wait. So which one's that one? Oh, that's C2. Okay. Opponents hit by Warber have their pyro res reduced by 15% for 6 seconds. Nice. I'm gonna say that C1 Xiangling is in the good category. Keep in mind though, it could be shit if you are really bad at using Warber. C2 Xiangling on the other hand, when you use the last attack of your normal attack chain, you will cause them to explode 2 seconds later and get a pyro proc. Who the fuck is using on-field Xiangling normal attacks? Question marks. 100% question marks. C4 Xiangling, your Pyronado duration is increased by a whopping 40%, which is pretty good. Especially because Pyronado also known to do a lot of fucking damage. Now, what do you reckon, Gasty? How is it niche but great, or is it universally cracked? I'm thinking maybe it's universally cracked. Although, I mean, yeah, cracked. And then we have C6 Xiangling. All party members receive a 15% pyro damage bonus for the duration of Pyronado, which includes Xiangling, which basically means her Pyronado does even more damage. But is it useful for the entire team? Probably not, because there is at least one person who's using a Hydro damage, hopefully. If you're playing international, there is at least one person using Hydro damage. If you're playing integrational, there is at least one person using Hydro damage. There's not that many people who are going to be using Pyro damage in Xiangling teams for the most part, you know? There's Benny, but I think it's good. I wouldn't say it's cracked. Obviously it will increase your Pyronado damage, which is really, really good, right? But like, aside from that, 15% at C6? Question marks? You know, I feel like it's a bit of a question mark sort of scenario. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it in the good category. It's obviously going to make Xiangling just even better, but like, as a C6, I mean, come on, let's be real here. Alright, C0 Xingqiu. I think C0 Xingqiu, because it's not C6 Xingqiu, is good. Honestly, I don't think Xingqiu is like amazing without its constellations, so we're just going to leave him at good. Bit of a controversial statement right there. Where are you? Xingqiu. There you are. Alright, C1 Xingqiu increases the maximum number of your rain swords, which is your sort of the swords that are surrounding you, by 1, which basically means I think that increases your... Does it increase your damage reduction? Can't remember. Does it increase your damage reduction? Increases... Rain swords have the following. When a character takes... The maximum amount of damage reduction that can be gained this way is 24%. Hold up, what? When a character takes damage, the range sword will shatter, reducing the amount of damage taken. Increases the character's resistance to interruption. 20% of Xingqiu's Hydro damage bonus will be converted to additional damage reduction for the rain swords. Oh, okay. In other words, like... It doesn't increase the amount of damage reduction that you get from Xingqiu. Okay. But the main thing is that it increases the amount of times you can get healed from it. But like... I don't know, man. I think it's meh. I think for the most part it's not the most amazing thing in the universe that you're going to really focus on. Especially for a lot of the teams where you're probably going to be playing a healer anyway, so... I don't really know how many people actually unironically run like solo heal Xingqiu, so like, you know, it is what it is. Now, C2 Xingqiu on the other hand, Rain Cutter is his ult, right? It also decreases the Hydro res for opponents hit by Rain Sword. C2 Xingqiu is probably universally cracked. Especially when you have C6 Xingqiu, so you know, increasing the duration of that shit, especially because a lot of people actually do put a lot of value on Rain Cutter swords, and they are actually very, very useful to have. So yeah, C2 Xingqiu is pretty much cracked. C4 Xingqiu. Throughout the duration of Rain Cutter, the damage dealt by Fatal Rain Screen. What the fuck is Fatal Rain Screen? Oh, by your special is increased by 50%. Basically, that's a nuke Xingqiu Constellation. Which does actually make it pretty niche, because I have actually seen like Xingqiu's special do a lot of damage just randomly from forward vapes by accident, so... Oh, but... No, actually, you know what? I'm going to say that C4 Xingqiu is in the question marks category, mainly because you normally use your E to get your... You normally use your special to get your energy so that you can use your ult. You almost never use your... I mean, I don't know. I'm open to suggestions for this one, chat. C4 Xingqiu. During your ult, your special gets 50% extra damage. Is that good? Is that cracked? Or is it actually just complete dog shit? Who cares? I'll leave that one to the chat. I'm gonna say it's good for now. I'll leave it to the chat. If they reckon it's cracked, then it's cracked. If they reckon it's good, then it's good. Whatever. And then there's also C6 Xingqiu, which is basically like absurdly high levels of hydro application that is really, really good, and is basically why Xingqiu is considered the top, one of the best off-field hydro applicators in the game. Thus, it is of course going to be universally cracked, especially because off-field hydro application, like, there's just so many reactions that you could use off-field hydro application for that it is fantastic. Alright, who's next? C0 Xin Yan is... in my opinion, Xin Yan is a pretty difficult character to master, and she's made even more difficult at C0. I don't think C0 Xin Yan is all that good. But C1 Xin Yan... increasing the attack speed of your normal and charge attacks by 12% for 5 seconds is actually going to be useful if you get C6 Xin Yan. Otherwise, it's meh, so I'm going to leave it in the good category. The idea being that, like, if you get C6 Xin Yan, suddenly the attack speed of your normal and charge attacks being increased when you do crits. Oh yeah. C2 Xin Yan, basically your ult has 100% crit rate on the physical damage. So you basically start building Xin Yan as a physical carry. And I think that makes her... I think C2 Xin Yan is niche but pretty good. Having 100% crit rate. And on top of that, you also get the shield level 3 when you use your ult. And that is also very, very useful. So then if you're not playing like physical Xin Yan shenanigans and you just want Xin Yan to be like some sort of off-field pyro applicate... I'm sorry, if you want Xin Yan to also just sort of be like a bit of off-field pyro application while still being a shield, C2 Xin Yan is also very, very useful for that, because it means you don't have to hit 2 enemies or 3 enemies to get shield level 3. You just use your ult and just move on. So yeah, that's pretty good. C4 Xin Yan is the physical damage resistance shred, which is going to be in the same category as C6 Rosaria. It's niche but great. It's not as much physical resistance shred as C6 Rosaria, but it's still pretty good. And then finally we have C6 Xin Yan, also known as C6 Noel, but for a physical carry. I think C6 Xin Yan, when built right, and I personally haven't built her right, but I'm sure Xin Yan mains out there will demonstrate the full power of C6 Xin Yan. So I'm going to leave her at niche but great, because I think physical is a lot more niche than like Geo, for example. But it's still pretty good. And you can then, do physical superconduct memes and all sorts of other things. I'm sure like C6 Xin Yan can do a whole lot of damage. It's insane. Alright, C0 Yanfei. C0 Yanfei is fine. You know, when you get Yanfei right out of the box, I think she's absolutely perfectly fine. As a pyro on-field sort of carry character, she could do pretty decent damage, but not super duper amazing and all that jazz. Okay. C1 Yanfei. It's essentially stamina reduction when you have all your seals. I think this is actually really, really good. Hell, I'm going to leave it in the niche. No. I'm just going to say it's good. Like, C1 Yanfei is really, really useful. It just means that you can charge attack without using your stamina that much. Obviously, when you don't have C6 Yanfei, you still use your stamina, just not as much. So it kind of still sucks that you have to use your stamina to do a mage charge attack, and mages have notoriously bad energy requirements for her or rather stamina requirements for charge attacks, so it kind of still sucks, but it's not as bad. C2 Yanfei. Increased Yanfei's charge attack crit rate by 20% against enemies below 50% health. Honestly, I never notice it, but it's 20% crit rate, so I'm going to say it's a lot better than some of the other characters that have like HP thresholds to have extra crit rate. Namely like Razor. So I'm going to leave C2 Yanfei as niche but great. Because it's 20% whole ass crit rate. That's pretty good, right? C4 Yanfei is basically Tank Fei. I personally do not partake in that shit at all. But I will say that at least having that shield is useful so that you have resistance to interruption. Still though, I'm going to say it's meh. But then C6 Yanfei, which Doricon is that at the top? C4. C4 Dory is absurd. C4 Dory is insane. It's insanity, without a doubt. As someone who has C4 Dory as well. And then we have C6. What does it do? When your character is attached to the lamp... No. When your character is attached to the lamp, and they have less than 50% health, they get 50% incoming healing bonus. Which basically means that when you are below 50% health, you could end up getting healed for like 12k. Just bang, like that. When your character is attached to the lamp and they have less than half their ult back, then they can get a 30% energy recharge bonus, which basically means you could potentially like use C4 Dory as a way of very quickly charging up Lisa's ult by using the ult and then using her charge special. You get her ult back pretty damn quickly. So yeah, it is universally cracked. And it's not just electro energy, yada yada yada. It's just energy. So it's a healing bonus and it's an it's a healing bonus and it's an energy recharge buff. So that's pretty good. Where was I with C6 Yanfei? Did I put C6 Yanfei anywhere? Oh no, here it is. Alright, C6 Yanfei. C6 Yanfei basically turns Yanfei from pretty decent to extremely good in my opinion. And it's also a lot of fun. And it also means that you don't have to use any stamina when you use your charge special, when you use your charge attack. C6 Yanfei is universally cracked 100%. Without a shadow of a doubt, C6 Yanfei is like ludicrous. Alright, the next one is, or rather the last one is going to be Yunjin. So C0 Yunjin, just in general, I think is already like niche but great. Obviously that niche being you have to use characters that are using normal attacks, but I think C0, like, I think the main takeaway is that even if you don't get Yunjin constellations, she's already really, really good. You know, she's already like really, 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 really good. C1 Yunjin just basically decreases opening flourish. Wait, is that her special? I think that's her special. Yeah, that's her special. So C1 Yunjin decreases the cooldown of her special, which basically means you could use it more often, which effectively means more energy. Aside from that, yeah, I'd say it's pretty good. I'm a Yanfei main and I'm stuck at C5 for the last 6 months. Oh, that's rough, buddy. That's rough. Just one day you'll get C6 and then you'll realize how much of a smooth machine gun like destruction of chaos she really is. I have C6 Yunjin, I have C6 Yanfei, so I can show you what kind of shenanigans she gets up to. Alright, C2 Yunjin, when her ult is used, all nearby party members' normal attack damage is increased by 15% for 12 seconds. Literally the definition of niche but great. It basically builds on top of her niche, which is like, you know, being a normal attack buffer like crazy. So yeah, we're gonna put it in niche but great. C4 Yunjin, when Yunjin triggers a crystallized reaction, her defense is increased by 20% for 12 seconds. Honestly, I almost never used that myself. I think it's going to be in the mech category. In theory, it should be really, really good, but like, I don't care. I don't care at all. You still do N2C or N3C most of the time, so it's fine. N2C, yeah. N2, like, the thing about C4... the thing about C6 Yanfei, so when you don't have C6 Yanfei, you do N2C and your charge has to still use some stamina because you only have 3 seals. The great thing about C6 Yanfei is that in order to receive the maximum seals, you can still just do that with N2C. So, like, it's awesome. Like, you don't even have to change your attack pattern when you have C6 Yanfei. So just keep popping off, like as you normally would, with the big difference being you can keep popping off without having to worry about your stamina anymore because of the extra seal, which basically means keep going. Just go nuts, you know, just go ham. And then finally we have C6 Yunjin. I heckin' want to get C6 Yunjin one day because I get the feeling that C6 Yunjin with my Freezeloy team is going to be nuts. So, I think C6 Yunjin, it's still, you know, by definition, niche but great, but in the niche but great category, it is like universally cracked, because just, attack speed is always nice. Don't you get an extra seal on E and Q? When you use your ult, so, when you have C6 Yanfei, right? When you use your ult, you get 4 seals. So you could use your ult and then do a charge attack instantly. When you use your special, when you have C6 Yanfei, you get 4 seals, which means you can use your special and then use your ult immediately. And then use your charge attack immediately, right? So, what I tend to do when I swap to Yanfei, ult, charge attack, special, charge attack, and then N2C, 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 right? There is one thing, though, that kind of makes that a little bit scuffed. Is that the entire time I'm doing ult, charge attack, special, charge attack, I'm not using any normal attacks, which means if you try to use Yanfei with someone like Yelan or Xingqiu, you're kind of scuffed. But if you're using Yanfei with someone like Rosaria, somehow that sort of times it sort of times well enough that you could do this. Rosaria special into ult. Quick swap to Yanfei, ult. When you use Rosaria's ult, target's affected by cryo. Use Yanfei's ult, that's a forward melt. But then, Rosaria will then apply off-field cryo again, just in time for you to use charge special, forward melt. So it's like, you use your ult, and you do like 80k melt. But then you use your charge attack, and you do 80k melt. Which basically means, if you use Yanfei and Rosaria, somehow that works out that you end up doing 160k right off the bat. And that is heckin' nutso. How about Yanfei, Xingqiu, Yelan, Zhongli? We can actually just... Okay, we're done with the TLS, so I can stop screaming. Yanfei, Xingqiu, Yelan, Zhongli. Yeah, that's a really straightforward Yanfei comp. Yeah. Like there's several options. So you're basically doing Yanfei, Zhongli, double Hydro. Obviously, double Hydro these days is very, very strong. So yeah,
ready for trial.
This is a good comp to have. You know, this is actually a good comp to have.
Time to rain outlines your fate. Gotcha. Busted. Game's up. Time's over. Ring cutter. Motion to compel.
Now, when I use my E, I actually still use a normal attack when I'm doing double Hydro, because in order to get the off-field Hydro application, I need to use a normal attack, right?
Gotcha. Busted.
We're not gonna kill the frog. Now I'm gonna try and demonstrate it with Yanfei's ult.
Stabilize.
No, my sword. Let me weave you apart.
Oh, you know, just one and to C and to C and to C and to C. Rinse and repeat.
Solidify.
Quietly now.
What's my build? 4-piece Wanderers. So I'm basically running 4-piece Wanderers. I've got a Wit Sith, R5 Wit Sith, by the way. I have an R5 Wit Sith. I'm running 4-piece Wanderers. My one is C6, which is why I could just go N2C, 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 and not even worry about my stamina, like, at all. Right? I have 78-203. Which is really good. I think I'm running an attack stance now. Now, I'm running an attack stance right now because there is a character that I think Yanfei should probably be put together with, and that is Diona, specifically C6 Diona. So at that point, I could probably do something like kind of nutso like this. Where's Rose? It's completely unnecessary for me to use Rose at this point, but I'm going to. I don't know how well this is going to turn out.
You can't run. Punishment. Incinerate.
So that kind of dealio. Let me just get my energy back.
Motion to compel.
See, 60k. Okay, let's do this properly, eh? Let's do this properly, eh?
Look at you, Boozer!
Clouds high. The birds come.
Breath of the flame.
Something like that. Generally speaking, you still want to use Hydro damage. You still want to use off-field Hydro, but that was mainly to prove a point.
Motion to compel.
That, yeah, you can use like forward vapes and shit. Sorry, forward melts and shit. So at that point, personally, I wouldn't bother with Zhongli. I'd probably just do something like... I'd probably just use C6 Diona. Personal preference. I'd probably just use C6 Diona.
Who's our target this time?
So then I can do this.
Busted. Here comes the catch. Quietly now.
Would be nice if I got Yanfei's ult back though. Okay, let's try that again. This I'm going to use Yanfei's ult.
Wind Strider.
Shake it and stir!
Gotcha. Busted. These are about to get dicey.
Time for your arraignment! Motion to compel!
It's entirely possible that Kaz's buff is already gone, but whatever. What the? How did that hit? But yeah, that's the idea. The main takeaway is that when you use Yanfei's ult, and you have the 4 seals, I don't know if you guys caught that, but apparently Yanfei also sticks out the tongue from time to time. I didn't know that. I wasn't aware of that. It is what it is. Okay. So
Sometimes the law's compatible
that's
with nature,
basically
but
how that works,
sometimes
yeah.
The two conflict. Balancing the two is a discipline in its own right.
It's mainly like small enemies where I think Yanfei really pops off as well. Try and use it against enemies that can be frozen.
Following orders. Today.
Now you drink.
Quietly now. Game's up. Constellation.
Adorn my night.
Inadmissible evidence.
Target practice.
Lord of Sand.
And then, you know, you can get some forward vapes for no reason.
But we'll meet again.
You know, it's just kind of like that. There are a few other characters that I would probably recommend looking at if you want to play Yanfei. One of them is Jade. If you get C2 Jade, you get the attack speed, and I think that's actually really, really good for her. For Yanfei. So, yeah. Let's see. Was there anything else I want to do today? Not really. Alright. Let's just hit Spiral Abyss, and then we'll call it a night. Even though Spiral Abyss is going to be resetting tomorrow, we're not doing a Genshin stream tomorrow. We're doing a Warframe stream tomorrow because Lua's Prey is coming out tomorrow. I wonder if the new Skara set is going to work on Yanfei. We can have a quick look at that, actually. Can't remember what it does. Coming out in 2.5 hours? For real? I'll be asleep, unfortunately, so... It is what it is. Alright, let's see. Where is the artifact set? Is it... Flowers of a Paradise Lost? No, of course not. Desert Pavilion Chronicle. When charge attacks hit opponents, the equipping character's normal attack speed will increase by 10%. Yes. Yes, you could potentially use this. Keep in mind, though, with regards to the damage, like, generally speaking, you'll probably want some EM on your Yanfei. So, you do lose the 80 EM from Wanderers. So, essentially you're saying, like, do I want to lose the... Am I fine with losing the 80 EM for Wanderers to get 4%, to get 5% more charge attack damage, or normal... To get 5% more charge attack damage, and also 40% normal attack damage, as well as attack speed? The answer is probably yes, especially if you're going to use like C60 Yona, in which case maybe the answer very much is yes. There's a thought. Alright, I'm gonna try and use... If anything, I think the main thing I'm really struggling with is getting energy regeneration for Yanfei. Maybe I sacrifice a bit of damage to try and get some energy regeneration, because that's like the one thing that I definitely struggle with, is trying to get her ult back. And without like Dory and without running like A, it's kind of a meme. 69, 198. It's still pretty good. I don't know, I'll give it a try. Let's see. C60 Yona, Kaz, Yalan, and... I don't know, US foreign policy. I've tried running Dory with a Yanfei team. Can get pretty dank.
Look at you! Boom down, shake it!
Busted. Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
As one with wind and cloud.
Time for your arraignment! Boom boom! Chia! Ta! Chia! Ta! Ha! Ta! Chia! Incinerate! Ha!
Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over.
Scratch! Can't handle your dream! Ha!
Falling leaves. Adorn my...
Boom boom! Breath of the flame! Chia! Ta! Ta! Chia! Chia! Ha! Think you can bully me? Shake and stir!
Things are about to get dicey.
Motion to compel!
As one with wind and cloud. Wind strike.
Ta! Ta! Chia! Scratch! Can't handle your drink! Huh!
Maybe get some healing up.
Busted. Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over. The wind knows it.
Incinerate! Ugh! Ha!
Gotcha.
Let's go!
Quietly now.
Motion to compel!
Something like that.
Hey! The Temple of Wisdom!
One with the forest.
What the hell was that?
Hold the line! Covenant of the Deep! All my strength! I see everything!
Keep up. Enshroud.
Dance with the waves! Everyone go dance!
Can you use the support with Favonius to make particles for her? I already am. His name is Kaz. It's still a bit of a meme. Because it's an 80 cost ult.
Shake it and stir
Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey.
Clouds high. The birds call. Into the wind.
Time for your arraignment! Boom! Think you can bully me? Can't handle your drink.
Busted. Quietly now.
It's only a matter of time before I get screwed over by these guys. Oh, there we go.
Wrap up the flame.
Ah, I shouldn't have done that.
Gotcha.
Diana special!
Things are about to get dicey.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my...
Motion to compel. Time for your arraignment.
Okay, mistakes were made.
Quietly now. Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over.
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud.
Busted.
Something like that.
Here. Sharing my knowledge. A fresh maneuver.
One with the forest. I hear everything.
Torrent, bring refuge. Let's move out. The Temple of Wisdom.
Oh,
Foresight brings victory. Allow me. Sharing my knowledge. All eyes on me.
Can't see.
Positions.
Ha! Let's nip that in the bud. Ha! Za!
Rest and rebuild.
Ha! Enshroud!
boy. Keep in mind, I've actually leveled up my Nilu's talents because I figured, fuck it. For some reason, my Nilu's build not only has a bunch of HP, but actually has decent crit stats now. And I don't know how that happened. So, you know, it is what it is. Ow.
You can bully me, Diana!
Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
Wrath of the flame! Incinerate! Look at you!
Quietly now. Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Motion to compel!
Oh, no you don't.
Think you can bully me? Diana,
Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over.
One with nature.
time for your arraignment! The room!
I appreciate you not using characters like Bennett and using...
Gotcha. Busted.
Well, you know me, I never use Bennett.
Here comes the catch.
As one with wind and cloud.
Motion to compel!
There we go. It took a little bit longer, but again, it's like if Yanfei's ult was around, that would have finished a lot faster. So in my opinion, the big thing that I'm still struggling with regards to Yanfei is her energy regeneration.
One with the forest. I hear everything.
Maybe I need like way more energy regen on her or something, I don't know.
Goodbye. But we'll need that.
Journey ends here.
Ow.
Let's nip that in the bud. Keep up. Ha! Sa!
This dance is for you. Billowing surge. I see everything. Cheerleading
If I was using Candace in this team,
positions.
I would be playing on-field Nilu. Alright. I think I'm gonna call it a night. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, don't forget to follow me. Feel free to sub. If you're watching on YouTube now or in the future, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I just realized a bunch of people just joined in for right at the very end. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Wind strider. Clouds high. The birds come. Gotcha. Game's up. Time's over.
Incinerate! You can bully me?
Quietly now. Busted. Here comes the cash.
Let's go! Can't handle your dream! Breath of the flame!